All right, I'm streaming again. No more talking about your illegal activities, unless you
You got
want
it,
to.
boss.
I gotta see. A lot of times when I restart the stream, though, it just goes off into the ether and doesn't get recorded anywhere. So
Oh,
for once, I'm gonna check to see if it actually works.
And check the audio.
Make sure
that's
they
working.
can
I did check
see
that.
us, hear us, and
I gotta see. A lot of times when I restart the
Whatever.
stream, though, it just goes I hear myself talking, and someone's gonna get a cool echo effect if they ever listen to this now.
Nice.
All right, cool. Oh, I gotta open the PDF again.
I heard it doesn't even have bookmarks. Why don't you put
PDF
some in?
doesn't have bookmarks?
I'm too
PDF
lazy.
is that?
It does have an AI assistant button. I bet that's cool. Yeah, I read this PDF for me.
My character sheet works now. Everything is okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd been playing a game that I kept getting really terrible performance on. I think it had a memory leak or something. I don't know. But it was close, so that shouldn't have mattered anymore. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, that loaded a lot faster than last time. There you go. Don't play that game anymore.
Yeah, I guess not. Or just reboot after I do. All right. That is all good now. All right. So, Lady Emmanuel Nacht is in Blackrock Castle, which is kind of the Altdorf soldier stronghold in the town. It used to be the castle that the Jungfreuds would stay in, before they were run out of town. So you guys head there at the appointed time in the afternoon. You're escorted in with like 2 footmen escort you in, have you wait, outside in the hall for a little while.
Do I have to check my gun at the door?
You are allowed to bring your weapons in. They just probably figure, normal people aren't suicidal. And it's not like she's the king or something, So you're waiting. Eventually, you see a guy dressed, in Altdorf army uniform come out of her room. He seems like he was like crying and trying to hide it. Like his face is all puffy and he's kind of like, dabbing his eyes. He leaves, and the 2 guardsmen at the door tell you can come in now, or motion you to go in.
All right.
So you go in, and the study, it's like her study that she's meeting you in. Very big, expensive looking. It's probably one of the nicer places you've been, unless I guess Andrew did servant type work. He probably was actually in some decent places, but this one's still pretty fancy. Got the morning breeze coming in through the window. You got the nice smell of the castle kitchens wafting up here. She's sitting at a big desk with papers all over it. Motions for you to have a seat, although really there's just 2 chairs, so I don't know who wins, if anyone.
I'll stand.
I'll
All right, everybody stand. Sounds like how rude. No, not really. She's actually pretty tall woman, but she's not wearing armor or anything, just to be clear, in case you do shoot her. She says, I'm Lady Emmanuel Nacht. It's a pleasure to meet you. And then she kind of looks at you like expecting you to introduce yourselves. She looks at Adam first. I'm just going to go in Discord order.
Hi, I'm Rocco. I fight for the people and like to get paid.
I see.
Fantastic. I'm glad you were first.
Really nowhere to go but up. She looks at Dave next.
All right, Bernard. I'm a member of the Watch. Totally cleared of all those charges.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I'm not a criminal, I swear, is how you introduce yourself to people. Anymore. Not a criminal anymore.
Right. Well, I was never a criminal before, so just whatever you heard, not true.
Next, she looks at Dirk.
Hello,
Also known as Al.
milady. I'm Dirk Benedict. Pleasure.
Next up is God, I can't remember names all of a sudden. Eric. Trent, thank you.
Yep.
They're right
Trent
there on the
Aldrich, a warrior priest of Sigmar.
And finally, she looks at Griff. Did you say
He's not
anything?
gonna say
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I have to press the talk button. Sorry.
I mean, it helps.
Mr. Waldenhoff, at your service. And then I will smile with many, many missing teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your fellowship these days?
Real high.
Real high, like 20?
Well over 20. It's 26.
Oh. Wow. All right. She says, she says, I want to put your minds at ease. Please sit. Which still seems weird because there's only 2 chairs. Can I offer any of you refreshments? She waves a footman over who's got like a tray of like, toasted bread, jam. There's some tea. Anyone?
I'll
take it all.
Themselves?
One of everything.
Bernard will take a tea.
Hell yeah.
Dirk will take some tea.
Well, she kind of gives you a minute to get your refreshments and take a sip or take a nibble, whatever. All right, good. Now that we're all friends, I have a task for you. Unfortunately, one of the new corporals in the watch has died under mysterious circumstances while visiting Magnus's tower in the precinct. You guys know Magnus's tower is where the Ubersreich state army is. And so there's kind of a little bit of a standoff between, like, they're not formally accused of being loyal to Jungfried because those people have been hung, but these people are basically like, this tower's ours, you're not coming in. So there's like a little bit of a standoff in the city, but it's like peaceful. No one's really pushing it either way right now. Anyway, so she says this corporal died while visiting the tower. The tower, as I'm sure you know, is still in the grips of the Ubersreich state army, many of whom remain loyal to the traitor Sigismund Hold on one second. What's wrong?
I have lost access to the server and can no longer connect to it.
Did you refresh
Hey.
after he rebooted?
Yes. I logged in after he'd rebooted and was in, but now I do not have access either.
Guys, I need a few minutes. I gotta find a missing cat.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Milo in here?
It's just me and Al.
He was
on.
sleeping in here. That's why
I know, but I think you left.
Fine,
Yeah, I'm
Milo.
in fine.
Well,
I
Adam just
noticed
crashed out
just the-
completely.
The back graphics in the chat window weren't loading right, kind of like the characters.
Yeah. Make sure I.
Tonight's going to go well all the way around, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm still connected.
Adam, when they offered refreshments, you said you should have said that you'd whip something up yourself and ask where the kitchen was, and then just run off.
Oh.
Maybe she'll ask again.
Too bad you don't get experience for kills. I'd totally shoot her.
Success.
The cat has been found. My son had left the door open to the outside.
Oh damn.
Oh, your server might be working again.
What did everyone disconnect or what? Or just you?
I lost connection. Eric lost connection.
Hmm.
And then I couldn't get through to the address. And now it's faking like it's loading, but maybe it stopped.
Where's
This
it
is
just
going-
loaded for me? So
This is going great.
Looks like
Yeah.
everybody's here. Hey, Derek.
All right, I'm
Hey,
ready.
hey, yeah,
Am I still running around with a broken leg?
probably. It has
Oh.
been a while. Or it hasn't
Okay.
been that long.
All right.
I mean,
All
how
you
broken
fight,
how broken could it be?
A negative 20 modifier to attacks.
Yeah, you're limping around a little bit.
Only if you're moving.
Okay. You don't have to get in combat.
All right.
Anyway, where was I? Right. Anyway, so it's in the grips of the army, many of whom are still loyal to the traitor Sigismund von Jungfreud. However, I am sure 201 they're honorable citizens of the empire and far from the unfortunates we were forced to behead when the old duke was run from town.
Right.
Terrible business that. It would be best to avoid any unnecessary bloodshed, which is where you come in.
She obviously hasn't heard of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are sitting there and you're, probably dented and possibly even bloody armor. Dave's leg is like, he's limping around, probably with a crutch or something. And you're daintily sipping tea in a very fancy room. You probably feel a little out of place.
Yeah. If my leg is still broken, such that I'm on a crutch, then yeah, I took a seat.
Oh, great. Corporal Tylo Vielfras is the unfortunate soul. He appears to have died from a projectile of some sort, shot through the window of his temporary apartment inside the tower. It burned straight through him. The body's been collected. You'll be able to go examine it in the mortuary house in Mooresfield outside of town. But I can't get you access to the crime scene because that would probably start a fight. If you can find your own way in there, great. If you have your own way of getting inside, without starting a war. But I need you to investigate this. I know you guys from reputation from your time on the watch, and I need someone a little smarter than most of the people on the watch, but also not specifically affiliated with us here from Altdorf. Should you complete this task, you'll earn the admiration of us all, as well as a bounty of 10 gold coins each. But
Sweet.
I'll accept nothing except you getting to the bottom of who's responsible for the death. No half murder or half measures or empty accusations. I'm gonna need proof.
So let me make sure I understand the situation. You said that. What was his name?
Corporal Tylo Vielfras, who you guys actually know from your time in the watch. He was an Altdorf soldier who was on the watch, but he was one of the ones who wasn't really a dick. He was one of the few who was not a dick. He seemed to get along with everybody.
Tower, was let
Yep.
into the tower, was shot while in the tower from outside the tower through a window.
That seems to be the case.
He had an apartment in the tower.
Yeah.
That's
He
the
was
way
he was
phrased
on good terms with the Ubersreich army. He was pretty well liked by everyone.
it. Okay.
Okay. What floor was his apartment on?
I don't know off the top of my head. It definitely was not the ground floor. But again, I can't get you in there. So if you have a way to dig into that on your own, go for it. Just don't start any incidents.
Well, Rocco and I, in particular, studied under the famous and well-renowned Inspector Dick Ascoyne, so I think you have nothing to worry about.
She looks surprised and nods when she hears the name.
Awesome.
Well, probably she, winces a little at the mispronunciation, but
Out of character, I have no idea how to say it correctly either.
I don't either, to be clear. So she did say his body is out in Mooresfield, and you can, you're authorized to inspect that. Oh, she looks in particular at Trent and Bernard. You are the two still on the watch, right?
No, I'm on. I was just going to ask.
Griffin Bernard. My bad.
Proceed normal watch duties.
Yes, you two are currently suspended from the watch while you do this, because this is your job now. For the duration of this job, you are not reporting to the watch.
Okay. All right. So the watch knows about this request to see us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've informed. What's her name? I don't remember anyone's name. It's been too long. It's been 3 whole weeks. But the redheaded watch captain lady.
Big hat lady.
I think it was
Big hat
Captain
lady.
Watcherton.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch your
You just need easier to remember names for later.
That's true. I do have the NPC cheat sheet. I should just pull that up. Andrea Pfeffer. That was her name. Anyway. Yeah, I've let Captain Pfeffer know. She thinks your talents were wasted in the watch anyway. Although she does say she needs more like you, so it was a bit of a mixed message there.
Very nice of her to say. Okay.
Are those servants still around with the trays of food?
It actually wasn't so much a servant as just an actual, the footman, but yeah.
All right. I'm going to stock up before I head out.
Great.
Shove things in my pockets.
He looks at you with a little bit of contempt, but whatever, he doesn't stop you.
You guys want some of this?
And then I'll take one of the chairs for Dave.
This is going with us.
Everybody grab something.
I'll take the rug.
Honestly, I don't even know what I'd do if that wasn't real. What would happen? It would all go to shit real fast, that's for sure.
You can do something about it, but it'll probably derail your adventure.
Yeah. That's okay. Maybe the next set of characters would be for
More apt to following the law.
I mean, you might be able to take on the entire army.
Well, I'm excited because just about any way my character dies in Mooresfield, I'm gonna fulfill my doom. So let's go get our investigation on.
What if you just have a heart attack and fall over dead?
Yeah, I think that'll count.
What's your doom?
I'm not gonna tell you. You'll subvert it.
Okay.
Plus, I have to remember where I put it.
His doom. It's enough.
It's enough. It's whatever it is.
Let's go exhume this body. I'm pumped up.
Do we not have to exhume it? They haven't buried it.
Well, I wanted to put it in the ground, dig it back up for us.
The necromancer in training here. Good job. All right. So we head out to You said it was Mooresfield?
Yeah, you've been there before. That was where
Yeah.
you escorted what's his name to get his head lopped
All the
off.
memories.
Yeah, and the ground opened up and swallowed him, or he rode off on demon lightning or something. I don't know. What was it?
I don't know. He just sort of faded and he like melted into the ground. It was weird.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Never seen anything like it. You've seen demon lightning though. You saw that at that one inn when you were coming to Uberstrike. You ran away. And everyone thought Adam did it. For some reason. Good thing most of them died. Anyway. You guys head out to Mooresfield. It's a little slow going because, you know, Dave's walking slow. What does it actually do to your movement rate? I think it says, right?
I have no idea.
Well, let's find out.
Where is movement rate? That'd be under effects. Broken
Reduce your
leg,
move. Reduce your move by half.
permanently and suffer a -20 to all tests that rely on mobility.
Permanently
And
until
I can't
healed,
use
but
the
yeah.
dodge skill.
You never use
Permanently.
dodge anyway. Yeah, permanently until it's healed.
More shall fly a false flag, and in its shade take thee to rest. So I'll just try to die in the shade under a tree. If I have time, I'll run that way. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd work. All right, so you guys go out to Mooresfield. There is the place where they prepare bodies. So you end up heading to the graveyard, kind of northwest of town. Inside a little building there is Father Shadrach Burke, High Priest of Moor, who looks up as you arrive and says, I think I've been expecting you. Been waiting to get this body in the ground. I wish you'd hurry. And then he looks at Bernard's leg and is kind of like, oops. I mean, he doesn't say oops. I shouldn't have said that, but you can tell by his face. He's like, oh, maybe that's why you're a little slow. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Did you know the deceased?
Nope. Never met him.
All right, let's take a look at the body.
Follow me. You guys end up going down. You go down a flight of stone steps to, you know, cooler underground chambers. The air's, I mean, much cooler down here. You can smell incense, embalming fluid, just various chemicals. You're kind of led through a bunch of kind of sparsely furnished chambers. Lots of shelves with like scrolls on them, just everywhere. And eventually he leads you to a room with a corpse of a guy on a slab here. Having seen Corporal Veilfrost before, you do recognize him. And there he is laying there, covered up. Well, you'd have to move the sheet aside to recognize him, but he's covered up by a sheet right now.
I want to see the wounds.
The guy walks up and starts moving the sheet back. He's like, he was brought in by those damned Altdorfers, the new watch. And then he kind of looks at the two of you who have, watch clothes on. Sniffs his nose a little bit.
Bretonnian armor. Who knows what the fuck I am?
Oh, you're all. All right, fair enough. Some of them are still hanging around, blubbering into their handkerchiefs and stuffing their faces with sweetbreads over in the mourners' hall. He wipes his
sweetbreads.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ask questions in there.
Yeah. Back out the way you came, building across the way.
All right.
Do you have like a diagram of the body that we can see?
No, I might have a picture, but no, not a diagram. But we can use words. So the guy pulls the sheet back, and you do see like a hole burned right in the chest. And he's like, "There's no blood. Damnedest thing I've ever seen." Maybe you can make sense of it.
100 times. This is vampires.
All the damn vampires.
What about the back?
Will it let me share this image? I'm gonna try. I don't think it's. Did I just show you the entire module, or did I show you an image?
I didn't see anything come up.
Oh, well,
Now I see it.
That's a huge
I
hole.
saw-
Could fit a Pepsi can in there.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, it does seem like that size. So we're looking for someone that likes Pepsi.
Hot Pepsi.
Yeah, that
Maybe-
checks out. That seems like.
The shitty pillow.
I heard hot Dr. Pepper was a thing in like the 60s. Maybe it's that.
That would be great. I'd love that. So is it just Dr. Pepper with like a little extra heat to it? Well,
No,
some
like,
actual heat.
like temperature hot.
Oh, that sounds fucking gross.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought it was just like, extra spicy.
No.
no.
I recently found out that Dr. Pepper is the second most popular soft drink in the United States behind Coke. I did not expect that. Pepsi's fallen off. Anyway,
Does the hole go all the way through?
it does, and anyone who is investigating this can either give me a difficult heal check or an average lore medicine check, whatever you prefer. If you're trying to, examine the wound.
I don't have those. I make wounds. I don't investigate them.
He was a very good-looking man. That was a pretty good roll there, Eric. That's 5. All right. Well, I don't think I have 5 points worth of stuff to tell you, but you are able to determine that the burn is even throughout the wound, which must mean it was pretty instantaneous that it went through him. It wasn't like, he started sliding to the ground and it carved a path, like up him or something. You don't see any signs of struggle on him, although you do see bruises on his knuckles, probably from like an older fist fight. And you probably see some old, faint bruises like around his ribs, but like they would have been from well before he died.
I asked the mortician if he's the one that went to go get the body.
No, it was brought in by some Altdorf soldiers. The ones I said are up in the hall there. I think some of them brought them in.
Okay.
Orban Gelds. I don't know I don't care. Orban something was his name. He was a sergeant.
So it looks like
they took his belongings too.
So it looks like the hole goes straight through.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You probably can't tell if it hit him in the front or the back, but it definitely goes all the way through, like cleanly, and probably very quickly.
Well, what I'm trying to determine is the angle at which he was shot.
Fucking dog.
Because if he's in his apartment and shot through a window, like was he shot up from the ground or like across from from the same floor on a building across the way? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or was the guy like maybe?
I got you. No, yeah, it looks pretty close to straight on.
Okay. So either like in the room, in the window, or across the street at the same level. So I think we need to figure out what floor was his apartment on, which way does it face, where was he in when they got the body, where was he in the apartment, and probably who found him, like why was he late for something, or was there, what was the impetus for someone discovering the body? Those are the kinds of things that I'm interested in finding out. So I think, unless this guy has more info he wants to divulge, I think we talked to the guys that brought him in. Well, went and retrieved the body next.
Well, this guy doesn't volunteer any information for you because his job really is just to bury it. Which he basically his whole demeanor is he's impatient to get this guy in the ground, especially after a few weeks ago some corpses rose up.
Right.
Sure. Has any rites been performed on him?
Oh yeah, we gave him the blessings of more. Although he receives the final ones as he goes in the ground.
Trent, is there anything that you would like to do? I don't know if there's any protocol for encountering a dead body of someone that we knew.
Nothing in particular that I can think of.
Fair enough. All right, I think we're done.
Did anyone in the morning room know this guy?
We haven't gone there yet, unless you ran out of here.
I'm there.
You just oh,
Yeah, he
That's
ran
fine.
he
Okay.
ran straight up there, I think. So
cool,
so
can
you go up
sabotage us
there.
before we get there.
You see a good number of people. A lot of people look to be commoners, kind of in there, and then there is. You also see like about 5 soldiers, obviously Altdorf soldiers based on their colors. Members of the Watch too. who are-
Anybody I recognize?
You've probably seen their faces, but not really, because they aren't the ones who've had to work the slums or kind of they weren't the same like low level complete trash ones that you were kind of bunked near and working with. But I like you at least recognize their faces in passing. It's
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I ask around, like, you guys know what's his name? I don't say what's his name. I say his actual
Right.
name.
Corporal Tylo Vielfrost.
I'm trying to find out who went to retrieve the body.
Well, okay, so the guy can tell you the soldiers brought it in and took his
Mhm.
belongings, but who like found it dead, he doesn't know that. If you're talking about upstairs, you'll have to wait a minute because Adam is there first. He has the chance to get
Poison
all
the
that
well.
information first or poison the well, yeah.
Like you do.
So I'm sorry, what were you asking around about?
Just if anybody knows this guy.
So,
Yeah, that's why they're all here.
you just plugging it in? I can plug it in if you want. Oh, yeah, you can't play it here right now. Sorry. Yep.
I'm making small talk. I'm asking how they know him, when the last time they saw him was, if they know anything about how he ended up this way.
You're asking the soldiers
Light
or
conversation.
the soldiers? Are you asking?
I'm asking everyone.
Oh,
I mean, not
there's
all at
some
once.
people who clearly are just here for the free food. By the
We
way,
don't know what that's like
there's
at
some
all.
sweetbread available here. There are an abnormal number of women here, and you get the impression they all kind of had a crush on this dude because he was a fairly dashing figure. And then like the only people who seem to like know him are the soldiers who are here.
I'm trying to figure out the last time anybody saw him alive, and also if he had like family or close friends or anything like that.
So you determine pretty quickly probably the soldiers are the only ones here who are going to have like information of that level. Most just like, oh, he was handsome. Oh, he was a watch. They're so cool. I hear they just took out a troll the other day. I bet he spearheaded the effort. Stuff like that.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. If you give me a gossip test, we can see what kind of info you pick up in general.
Gossip.
That's pretty bad.
Yep.
there's something about you that makes most of these people just want to end the conversation with you as quick as possible. Maybe it's because you got sweetbread stuck in your teeth or something.
Or all the foodstuffs coming out of his pockets.
Yeah. Yep. But do you end up talking to the soldiers too, though?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they were friends with him. One of the guys you recognize as the guy who had been coming out of the room crying when you first met Lady Emmanuel Nacht. You get his name. He is shit. I forgot the name. Orland, the guy who brought the body in. Or find the friggin' name there. Orban Geldrecht. He's a sergeant. I guess makes him equivalent to Rudy in the chain of command. They were good friends of him. They kind of be like, you were on the watch, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, let's drink to his honor. And they like, one of them pulls out a flask and like, gives you a little shot of something if you indeed want to drink it.
Heck yeah.
Cool. They are going on about how, he was such a good guy. He was like, he was friends with everyone, man. He was bringing, Altdorf and the Jungfried loyalists like together in the watch and making the place better. And, it's gonna be so sad. Everyone's gonna be fighting again, probably. Most of them just seem, a little sad he's dead. The one guy in particular is like still kind of puffy faced, and in particular seems really, really done in by it.
So did you guys like hang out a lot? Seem particularly upset.
Yeah, we were friends, man. Yeah.
Did he ever tell you what?
He taught me everything I knew. You're looking at this guy, and this guy's obviously like 10 years older than Frost too. But he's like, I don't know. Shit, I just shot forward 50 pages my PDF. 1 sec. Right about now, the rest of the party would be probably catching up to you.
Hey, you want to grab a drink after this? Unwind a little bit?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm here until they get him in the ground, pay my respects, but then
Yeah.
Yeah, we should drink to his honor. What about like the Spotted Pig this evening? I don't know,
Oh, man.
after dinner.
That place is my jam.
Yeah. I'll see you there, man. Oh, the rest of you doing anything? Al, you had a question or something.
What have you found out, Rocco?
I tell him everything I know.
Well, I guess what he knows is the guy was handsome, and a lot of people are here because of that. He was pretty well liked, and
it sounds like he was
soldiers
mending
were friends
fences that someone maybe didn't want him to mend.
I asked the guy who brought him in if he found him. Is he the one that found him?
Oh no. No, in fact, we're on okay terms with the Watch, but not like he was. He would go there and not the Watch, the Uberstrike Army. He was on pretty good terms with them, and he'd often go visit and spend the night and drink with them. So, but when they found him dead, they called us to come get him because they knew we were friends. But I don't know if I trust them, man. Fucking Uberstrikers.
What floor was the room on that you found him in?
Let me see. Fourth floor, I think.
Was he near the window?
Yeah. He's sad again. He's reliving finding his friend's dead body.
Hey, give the man a break, dude. We'll talk to him later.
You know, I could probably get you in there. Like, I'm friends with some of the guys. I mean, I don't get invited or anything, but I know. Shit, he gives you a name that I'm gonna have to look up, but Captain Blucher. He's the guy that Tylo would usually meet with, and like he was pretty cool when he called me in. I bet you I could get you guys in there to check it out. I don't know if I trust him, but I bet I could get you in. He probably didn't do anything, but his guys might have. Can't trust these Uberstrike traders. Probably should string them all up.
Let's not start talking like that. Here, we're here to honor.
You're right. Takes another swig from his flask. Anyone else asking around doing things, or are you happy with Rocco's gossip gathering?
Did we check his personal belongings?
He had none.
Okay.
He was naked on that slab.
He must be somewhere, or did the Altdorfians deliver him naked?
The guy had said a number of times that the people who brought him in took his belongings. But that also sounds like pretty common practice for...
Well,
I don't know what you're rolling at. But you got a 7. It's a good roll.
I rolled a 7. That was my gossip.
Very good.
Roll. We should just use some of Eric's extra successes from the last test.
It's true. They were really good.
Oh, I am good at gossip, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow. People just
I'm
do
gonna make
not
the
like
rounds.
you guys. Maybe it's the teeth. As soon as you keep smiling at people to start the conversation, and they turn away immediately. So you do rehear a lot of the same general things Adam had heard, though.
All right, I will return with my newfound knowledge.
Which is the same knowledge.
Someone told me it was the work of a one-armed man.
You find that man. Is it because of
All right, so we want to see his belongings. We want to check outside the Altdorf castle where it would have a view of the window. We might want to get in there and get killed by the Altdorfians.
So the guy who was said to have taken his belongings is the guy sitting right here that Adam was talking to. So if you want to ask about that, now would be a fine time, probably. Just to be clear, I wasn't sure if you understood who was who.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
All right, what do you say? I want to hear you bungle
I
it.
say, hey, I heard you're the guy that brought so and so in. Is that true?
Tylo, man. No, he doesn't say
Tylo. It's not a very sticky name.
Eugene, sir.
The
So what was the kid's name? Was it Eugene?
Eugene, yeah.
I think it was Sparky.
Skippy.
Skippy, that's right.
Yeah. We brought his buddy here.
I don't want it back. I just want to know what he had on him at the time when you found him.
Oh, yeah. No, he was. He had his clothes, and that was really about it. He didn't have weapons on him or anything. If that's what you mean, it didn't look like he'd been fighting anyone.
Nothing in his pockets or anything like that.
No, didn't even have his money. Didn't even have his
he
money on him.
normally
But he when you're in your room, it's not like you're carrying all your stuff around.
Did you take anything else from his room?
No.
Where in the room did you find the body?
On the floor.
It was
First question
near the bed.
I have for you, Derek. Derek, Do
Yeah.
they know we're here in an investigative capacity, or are we just trying to find this stuff out
You
surreptitiously?
have not told him that,
I-
although in
I
retrospect
personally
it's weird.
assume
It's weird he offered to show you the room. I didn't think about that at the
assume
time.
that Rocco would have covered that.
So let's just say this: if you didn't indicate that you were investigating, he did not offer to, find a way to show you the room, because that would just be weird and not make sense. But I wasn't thinking about it. So, but if he did say it, then he did. So it's up to you. If you were kind of letting him know you were looking into this, Adam, you decide. Were you telling him you're looking into this?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay.
Yep, we're here on
Then
official
yeah,
business.
then yeah, you have offered to.
Let's
you
bring him
however you can.
downtown and make this official.
You can't. You're suspended.
It's true.
He said he was found near the bed. Was he like laying on his back, on his side? What?
He was on the floor on his stomach, face down.
How far away from the window was he?
A few feet. It's not a real big room.
What were you doing in that building?
They called me to come get his body.
Who called you? The
The
Ubersreich guys?
Captain Blucher.
Blucher?
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to know if the position of the body matched any potential blood spray, but I don't really want to ask that.
Sounds like was there much blood at the scene?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Was there any
but
blood on his clothes? Like a shirt?
you know what? I could tell you what. I could help you. You know what? Come drinking tonight. I'll bring his clothes. You can look at him.
Sweet. Sounds like a deal. I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah. Me too.
Cool. Drink to his honor.
Buy yourself a beer.
Buy everybody a beer. He's the greatest man I ever knew.
All
Can't
right.
believe he's gone.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Well, that feels like enough investigation for today. Because the longer this takes, the less watch I have to do.
Wait. So you like doing watch?
No, it's like a vacation. Also, they just got offered free beer.
Oh, I see. You just ask a question a day and you stretch it out. Yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
All right. Well, if no one else is asking around or doing anything, then yeah, you can
So
move on to whatever it is you might do next.
he got run through with like a ballista or something. But then
I
also
mean-
they took all his blood away. It's messed up.
It was burned through, wasn't it?
Maybe it was
Yeah.
vampiric ballista. Maybe just that part of his chest was a vampire and it got exposed to the sun. All right. It sounds like you guys are done. So, you can eat some sweetbreads or whatever, but a few minutes after you've been asking questions or something and such, the soldiers end up leaving, and so do a good number of the mourners, because they're now, they brought the body up and they're going to bury it now that you guys have done your exam. They were eager to bury it basically as soon as you were done. So
I'm gonna go, be seen respectfully watching that happen so that I maintain good standing.
all right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And then I can give my famous one gun salute because I don't really know how to reload my gun.
That would probably not be appropriate and would scare the shit out of everybody.
Okay, fine.
I'm trying to imagine someone at a funeral just pulling out a gun and popping one in the air randomly.
Not randomly, solemnly.
So, you guys end up going, well, do you all go to the tavern?
Yeah.
Sounds like there could definitely be some free drinks in it. All right, so you show up in the evening. You do indeed see, God, I can't remember names tonight. Orban Geldrecht is his name. And the buddies with him. They all look like they've already started drinking. They see Adam and wave him over, and all of you immediately order you around. They say, "To Tylo!"
Tylo.
Yeah, anything we can do to help you, man. We know people around here. We'll do whatever you need to help find out who did this to him, and we don't want the culprit to get away.
We should have gotten the power to deputize. That would have been great.
We don't even want nothing in return. We just want to help get justice for him.
You said you could get us in the tower?
Yeah, man, I can talk to Blucher and get you in there to look around, probably.
Okay.
I mean, probably not till tomorrow, though. I'm a little drunk right now. But
yeah, I think we'd want to see it during the day.
First thing in the morning, the afternoon. First thing in the afternoon, probably. I'll let you know. I'll take care of it. Where should I find you?
Around.
Well,
I don't know how to do that. You're gonna need to be more specific.
I can come to the.
I'll be at the barracks with you. So just whenever you want to go, I'll be ready.
I can go, late morning or early afternoon. I can come to the barracks.
Oh, you guys still sleep in the barracks? That's sad. Sorry.
I don't.
Yeah, you're pretty new, and yeah. All right. Well, anyway, anyone who's drinking with him, give me a consume alcohol roll.
All right.
Dirk's a good drinker. Well, Griff, Trent, and Rocco are, should it end up mattering, getting a -10 on rolls because they're a little tipsy. But, whatever. I'm sure it'll be
I
fine.
succeed on my first poison roll of the day or whatever. In your face. You just got to make sure I drink some alcohol before you give me poison.
Yeah, if you want to use that for your poison roll, I'm okay with that.
Oh, I don't have to?
I don't know if
Okay,
I would
then
really.
I'll-
I mean,
I'll
it's
save it.
technically a poison, but that's not. Up to you.
And this murder was from yesterday or from 3 weeks ago? Or
Yeah, it would have been yesterday. Or, yeah, either yesterday or early this morning. They found the body this morning.
I want to see the guy's clothes. That guy's here, right?
Oh, yeah. He's the guy who's buying the drinks. Yeah, I brought him. He kind of starts sniffling again as he pulls them out. Kind of reverently puts them on the table and smooths them out.
So there's a big hole in the chest, right?
There's a big hole in the chest. It's a little bit blackened around the edges.
Burned, yeah.
You don't see any blood.
I'm going to smell deeply of the hole.
Give me a perception roll. What would you even smell? I don't know. It smells slightly perfumed.
Oh.
But like a men's cologne type of thing, not like he was, had a woman pressed up against him. I mean, who knows? But also, probably, I don't know. You probably smell a little bit of faint char or whatever from where the hole is.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, too. He has a room. Tylo, we should show you that. Yeah, after we're done drinking, we'll show you his room. That's at the Bridge House Inn.
All right.
Yeah. We can talk to Guthrie. I got a key to the room. We'll just go right in. It'll be fine.
Why doesn't this guy just solve the mystery for us?
I'm here to help, man.
So I noticed Tylo was popular with the ladies. Any particular one he was known to be spending time with?
No, no, not really more than. He didn't really see them more than once, usually.
Oh, I see.
A lot of ladies were after him, though. Tell you what.
Did he make any enemies that way? Anyone that would want to see him dead?
Could burn a Pepsi can hole through his chest.
You know, I mean, sometimes. Okay, listen. All right, give me a charm roll. I gotta decide what he's telling you here.
All right, charm roll.
Rocco, probably. He's been the one talking.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Listen. Nah, I can't.
Okay.
Can't speak ill of dead. But, like, what'd you even ask? I don't remember now. I know what I was going to tell you, but I don't remember.
You made any enemies?
Oh, yeah. There was, you know what? There was this, no. I mean, you've been on the watch. You know how sometimes, like, people get pissed at you and you got to, shove them into the gutter and show them their place and stuff. Like, you know how that goes. And sometimes they get really mad about it. So, I mean, there's some people like that, but I don't think any of them would be stupid enough to kill a watchman. And not like the way he died, I don't think any of them could have done that. I mean, who could hate him anyway? He was a great man.
Sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe sometimes when you had to, beat up a few, criminals, thugs, whatever, drunk people in the bar. I mean, sometimes he maybe beat them a little more than he should have, right? And maybe a few of them, didn't get back up again once or twice, but you know how it is on the watch. It's just how it is, and you gotta let people know not to mess with you.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
Need a beating.
Yeah, for sure.
My goal is to get this guy as wasted as possible.
He's there, and if you're drinking with him,
you might be too.
You might be too. But.
All right.
Nice. But certainly his plan is to pretty much drink all night.
Sounds like he's got more info, but that I don't know how to access.
Well, I mean, other people could try, but you're the only one actually talking to him, it seems.
Well, I want to go, surveil the location outside in the dark.
Which location?
See if anything. But I don't know which room is his room from the outside.
Which one are you talking about? The bridge
evil
house
alt-orphaners that are super murderers. Unless it wasn't them.
Oh, this guy's room. Drunk guy's room. Is that what you're talking about? These guys?
No.
I don't know.
The room where the body was found.
Those are the Ubersreich, not the Altdorfers. The state army.
The evil Ubersreichers.
They are in Magnus's tower, and there is no fucking way you're getting in there unless, maybe Al could do it with stealth, climbing up the side or something.
To surveil it from the outside.
Oh, okay. Well, from the outside, it is kind of a military fortification. So you get about as far as the wall, where you see crossbowmen posted up on the wall.
And none of those look like flaming crossbows?
Not at the moment.
If you wait long enough. So Derek, I'll ask him. I was kind of interested in that line of questions about the women he was with, and if that may have caused some kind of problems. I can
give me anyone who's there talking to this guy can give me an intuition roll too.
Well, I don't know if that'd be too good.
But what in particular are you looking for about the women's?
Did he make anyone? Did he have like jealous husbands or? What?
Oh
what
no, I don't think he was ever with married women. At least not that Not that he would have known. He wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
He's a smart man. He wouldn't have done that. But no. Yeah, no. There's no way. I don't think so. Your intuition roll You're getting the vibe this dude was kind of in love with him,
Yeah.
but clearly some sort of unrequited love.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I don't think there were any women that he. What was your? I don't remember your question, man. Can I have another one more? Or another round for everybody.
Okay, so there's this tower, right?
Yeah, Griff's missing
And then
drinks,
there's
but yeah,
and then there's a courtyard around the tower, and then a wall around that. That has
probably. Yeah,
settlement on.
I don't have a map handy. Actually, I do, but I'm afraid to open it.
My question is, from a vantage point beyond the wall, if you had such a weapon that could do this thing, would
Oh.
you have a vantage point of the 4th or 5th floor, depending on what 4th floor means?
So if you're trying to gauge roughly where you think the 4th floor of the tower is, and you look out around, not only is this part of Uberstrike elevated like at ground level, but then you go up four stories, there is nothing of that height around it. So either it had to have, something had to be flying outside the window, or it had to come from a long way away, or
All right, so
maybe it flew the opposite
I'm
direction and went out the window.
Quite confident it wasn't some sort of projectile from the ground, based on
that
and probably the angle of the hole, if it was kind of a straight-on hole.
Like if you were trying to shoot an arrow at the 4th floor, not only do you think the guards would absolutely murder you if you pulled out a bow to try to do that, like if you're like, where could I set up a shot? You don't see anywhere that you could do that from.
Well, this is still obviously some sort of magic man, so that's of less concern to me.
Yeah.
Knowing how much I do about the magics in this world.
You do, yeah. It's true.
But okay, that's what I wanted to know. I'll try and go and scrounge more free drinks then.
Anyone doing more drinking can do a second consume alcohol roll.
Oh, I rush in and get it done.
Sure.
Meanwhile, did you have any other questions, Dave or Dirk or Trent or Rocco? Wow, now you can drink, Trent. Oh, Rocco, you're feeling that buzz pretty good now. What's your toughness bonus, Rocco?
Good question. I don't know how to find that out. On my character sheet, maybe?
Yeah, it's what's the number next to your toughness? Toughness bonus is the 10s digit.
Toughness. Is that the T?
Probably.
25. So
your toughness bonus is 2. All right, you have failed 2 rolls. You are now stinking drunk. So not only do you have a minus 20 and everything, but you can, should you end up in combat, you can either move or take an action, but not both. Which, whatever.
I think I'm just going to move to bed.
Yeah, that's probably not bad. Hopefully you're staying in the Spotted Pig tonight, because everything else seems really far away. The world's spinning the way it is.
Do they have rooms available here?
They don't. Actually. But, there's got to be an inn nearby, right? Real close. I don't know. Or maybe your friends will see you home.
I know that Skippy's bed is his mom's bed is somewhat light. You could maybe stay there.
Eugene, sir. Anyway, anyone else doing anything here other than maybe getting drunk for the night?
I'll be sure to point out to Captain Geldrick that troll head on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I was with Tylo when he killed it. It was awesome.
I didn't know it was him. Of course, he wouldn't have taken credit for it, though. That's just the kind of guy he was. Oh, he starts crying again. But he does want you to tell him the whole tale. You got to tell me about it. You got to tell me how he killed it.
Oh, I'm pretty drunk now. I'll try to just sub in him for, I don't know.
Real participants?
Yeah.
I
don't know how good a job I'll do.
He's like 3 of the people in the fight. Well, Geldrick's pretty drunk anyway, so whatever you say, he's pretty much nodding and cheering. Unless it's derogatory. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, that went pretty well.
He loves it, and he buys another round.
Versus my 6 after my -20.
That's pretty good. I don't know. I feel like you should get a bonus to the entertain test when you're drunk, depending on the circumstances. Anyway, yeah. So some of you end up leaving more drunk than others, I'm guessing. But nothing terrible happens, no fights break out. Basically, these people are grieving someone they clearly did care about. Although it's really the one dude who's like, over the top about it. Over the course of the night, you do, as they're telling stories about Tylo, he had not really wanted to say this to Rocco, but as the night went on, it became clear Tylo probably had a little bit of a drinking problem and got in trouble a few times in the watch for being drunk and disorderly while he was on duty, and maybe he, as they already said, kind of beat people up more than he should have. But all that said, like, if you weren't one of the people that the watch was against, like if you weren't a criminal or, maybe just some scum who got in their way, right? Then I think he was a pretty great guy. He was a pretty great guy if you were on his team. Which, to be fair, elevates him above the other guard. Some of the guards are shitty to everybody and their own team. So you probably all wake up at various times in the morning or afternoon, depending on how drunk you were. Unless there was anything you wanted to do that night.
No.
All right. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Ends up finding Griff and Bernard at the barracks. He's clearly hungover. And he's like, oh yeah, I talked to what was his name? Captain Blucher. I talked to him. And yeah, he says you can come by like late afternoon and you'll have an escort to the room and they'll let you check it out.
Thank you.
We'll come with you. Make sure that they don't mess with you. Plus, I got to introduce you to Blucher.
Is anyone doing our watch, or is there just no one doing our watch now?
No, your duties are suspended at the moment.
Is our watch being done at all?
Are other people going to? Well, the slums were already terribly patrolled and under patrolled, and they didn't have enough. So no, probably they're 2 men down right now. You guys, would have had probably a 4 or 5 man watch team. So you're probably with some randos now when you're doing your watch duties.
Right.
They're probably still out there, just a couple men down. In fact, they probably are pissed at you in the morning. Make sure to make a lot of noise when they're getting up, going out on their watch, and cursing you about, getting some gold-plated treatment and not having to be on watch, and highfalutin Lady Noct is all like probably blowing you or something because you're so special that you don't even have to show up for work. Yeah, they're not happy with you. But
yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, I knew it. All right, let's go get a couple. There's not many dogs out there, but we're gonna go find some because we gotta take over the leaderboard.
Oh man, if I find that dogs on my watch that haven't been removed, I should take them to my ogre buddy.
It's for food. Yeah, it's been eating good lately. All right.
Nice.
So you want to head to
the tower?
Yeah. Is there anything you want to do before that? Or you're just waiting until evening and doing it? Or not evening, but like late afternoon?
No, Nothing in particular I need to do.
All
I'm
right.
healing.
Well, you get over your hangover. Yeah, you're limping around.
Walk it off.
Yeah, walk it off, dude. Jeez. Spend a fate point. Or something.
I can do that?
No, actually.
Yeah.
You could have to avoided the hit, but no, not now. Oh, I'm on the wrong apartment. One moment. That was right. They had the key to his other apartment. If you want to check that out at some point.
How many apartments does this guy have?
Apparently 2. One inside Magnus Tower and one inside the Bridge House Inn. So Geldrick and 3 guys from his posse meet up with you and take you to Magnus's tower. As you approach, the guards up on the top kind of bristle and raise their crossbows when they see the Altdorf uniforms of these guys, but a second later, Captain Blucher kind of steps forward and is like, "Hey, relax." Opens the gate to let you guys in.
Give him a nice
Good
wave.
afternoon.
Pay no attention to those lads. They're a little on edge. Everybody has been ever since Fieldfrost died.
I can understand.
Anyway, Captain Blucher, Erwin Blucher,
How do you do?
goes probably through and introduce them, gets each of your names. I'm not going to do that all again, though. Shame we have to meet like this. I mean, I know you guys aren't the enemy here, but we all want the same thing, right? Keep Ubersreich safe.
Yes.
Find the Corporal's killer. You won't find him here, that's for sure. We love the man. He was always bringing fresh fruit when he came.
Nice.
Welcome change of pace from the salted pike we usually have to eat. Anyway, he starts walking, leads you to a mechanical elevator attached to the side of the spire.
Okay.
Starts, it hauls you up. He's like, "Watch your step. It's a little tricky." This puppy's impregnable, and he points to the side of the tower. Anyway, you guys end up going up, about 4 stories, and you go into an entrance there. He actually mentions while you're riding the elevator there is nothing on the ground floor. There's no ground floor entrance to this place. Inside, you end up winding your way through some corridors. You end up going up some stairs and back down some stairs. Finally, you come to kind of a large chamber. Well, I mean large for what you guys are used to from like an inn room. It's nothing like, Lady Emmanuel Knox study or anything. But he's like, "Here's the Corporal's chamber. He stayed here, about once a week. We'd have dinner, just, discuss stuff, whatever. He'd spend the night and head off the next morning. Good lad, though, he liked to get in his cups a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mind, though. It was a good excuse to use up some extra rations. And he opens the door and lets you in. He's like, we'll be right out here." So they let you guys go in. There's like a contingent of Ubersreich guys along with Blucher who were escorting you through, and the 4 guys you came with too. And Geldrick looks in and kind of gets a sad look on his face as he looks in the room where he saw his dead friend and just like, "Yeah, you guys, I'll be out here." So walking in, you do see there's one tall, thin window kind of in the middle of like one side of the room. Man, I wish I had a map of this, but I don't. It's hard to describe. They say it's shaped like a clamshell. It's kind of hard to... I guess that makes sense. It's in a tower, so it's like kind of a rounded wall. Directly across from the room's only window is a large wooden corner cabinet filled with drinking glasses, vases, and placed prominently a massive empty crystal decanter. along the wall next to it is a bed, and there's a couple chairs and a table with some silverware on it, a little bit further ahead. Blucher, like right before he turns away, Blucher's like, "Yeah, he arrived in the evening. I came to find him dead when it was time for dinner. No idea how it happened. The door was under guard the whole time by a Knight of the Reichsguard who didn't hear a thing. And there's no other way in."
His room was under guard?
I like the man, but he's Altdorf and can't. It is what it is. We can't leave him on guard. Can't leave you on guard either. There's a reason we're all out here in the hall while you're doing this. Like I said, I trust you, but it is what it is. Looking in, you can tell the bed looks, like it hasn't been disturbed. It looks made. One chair is kind of moved away from the table a bit, like someone actually had pulled it out to sit in it. Silverware doesn't look touched. You do see a cracked glass, like a wine glass sort of thing. I mean, not like today's, wine glasses today. You drop them and they would just shatter. It's like an old thick, like wine glass. And you see, it's stained red from the wine that it had in it. And looking at the window, you do indeed see a hole in it, about the same size as you saw on his chest.
A hole in the window? What does that mean?
Like a hole in the window, about the size of the guy's chest.
Well, a window is a hole.
No, the window was glass. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So it did come from inside, or from outside rather. And if we look out the window, there is nothing at that level.
Yeah, you look out and it's actually kind of facing away from town. And you're like near the edge where the town walls are, and it's just, you just see countryside, and like in the distance you see mountains. Definitely no buildings or anything. What's up?
Ask me and Mom, we were chilling upstairs, and then we realized we could be watching some One Piece. Do you know where the black controller is?
What happened to your other two controllers you were playing with?
Oh no, we're gonna go upstairs in like your room.
I say we just
I think
blame
it
it all
might
on
be
Harold.
it might be on my side
Take
of the
him in.
bed.
Okay.
But if it's not there, then I don't know.
I'll check it. Thank you, Dad.
Like on my table, by my side of the bed.
Or
Sorry, I'm back.
Red, whatever his name is, it was giving us the shit assignments. Blame it on
Rudy.
him. Rudy.
Lumping
It was
Cud.
Rudy. We've solved it. It was Rudy. We just have to hide incriminating evidence in Al's secret hidey hole. We got him.
Sure.
I'm gonna look for clues under the bed and elsewhere. Obviously, he left us a note. when he
And
died.
elsewhere. All right, give me a perception roll. And that bed looks soft and really comfortable. Anyway,
I'll assist with the checking out the room.
I'm walking around looking at the ceiling for clues up there.
maybe the attack came from above. So Dave, you are I don't know, you're just looking all around. You see where the decanter is, that it was probably, you see like red stains starting on the decanter, like halfway down. So you think it was probably like half full of wine, but like the stain is there, but there's no wine. And you're like, could it have evaporated or something? Like it's, and then and then right behind it where it is, there's wood paneling from the back wall, and you see just a little bit of like scorch mark there.
Okay. So it kind of looks like maybe whatever it was, hit the wall right where the decanter is.
Yeah. And then, but like, what you're seeing on like the back wall is like just like the tiniest little burning. Nothing like, the massive, the very nice clean hole cut through the window or through the guy's chest. Like, anyway. Anyone checking out the window? I think Adam was, right? Adam, you can make perception roll.
Sure.
I'll also take a look.
Oh yeah, you were looking at it. Well, it's a good thing because Adam doesn't see anything. He's still a little hungover. Yeah, there's a hole in that window. It's about the right size. Okay.
The window is a hole.
Okay, that didn't help much. Okay.
That did not help. It was a good try, though. But yeah, I mean, your best guess as you're kind of putting it together here is either something originated from within him and blew out both directions and out through the window, or something blew in through the window. But like trying to judge a path, you're like, all right, if you do the CSI thing, let's say you get your string and you draw from the window to where like the wood panel is, you're looking out there, all you see is like mountains way in the distance and like sky. There's no buildings, there's no nothing. And the angle is definitely not like from the ground. There's no way.
I want to look at these little scorch marks on the paneling. What does it look like?
Little scorch marks on the paneling. Oh. Whereas everything else you see has been a nice clean hole, right? This looks you're not like seeing a round pattern where it is. It's almost like a bunch of little scorch marks kind of in a bigger area.
Like a splash.
Like maybe double or triple the size of the other hole, but like not consistently marking.
Does it look like a splash? Like a liquid?
No. No.
Okay.
Probably like No, that's about it.
Okay, how much from scorch mark to scorch mark, how big is this thing? The little burns.
You're talking about like the diameter of the circle, or what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Over on the wall?
Yeah.
It might have been like 2 inches diameter, like on the guy, and it's probably like closer to 6 back on the wall, and it's probably 2 on the window as well. Like it's very consistent size. You think?
Interesting.
I mean, obviously you don't have a tape measure.
Are there any marks on the ground?
It's almost like whatever it was started dispersing and spreading out.
Yeah. Somebody told us he was on his belly on the ground when they found him.
Yeah, I might be wrong. Because I'm looking at an image now where he was on his back. So let's amend that. In fact, I might have a picture for you. Even though there's no way you should see it, but it looks cool, so I'll show it to you. This is what you imagine in your head. Once I find it. They even have it in here. There it is. Although in that image it's also bloody, and it shouldn't be. So,
So I'm trying to find
conception.
I want to see if I can figure out where he was laying.
Yeah, they have blood all over right there, don't they? This is terrible art. Goes against the story. So the cracked glass that you found on the floor is probably where it's near the bed, so it fits what the guy was saying, and it's also in the path of the wall and the window. It's like between them. So you're guessing he was there. He was probably holding the wine glass and fell down and dropped it.
And you said the wine glass was stained but empty, and there's no wine on the ground, so maybe it evaporated. The heat was so much.
Yeah, could be.
If I look real close, is there any glass on the floor in the room or no?
From the window? No. It looks like yeah, it looks like a very clean cut hole in the window. Part of Dirk is like, man, I wish I could cut holes in glass like that. I'd be a way better thief. Wait, no, I'm going straight. Never mind.
Are there any burn marks on the ground where we think his body was?
Nope. Not even blood, despite the artwork's, contrary.
Okay, so the dude's standing in his room.
Mm-hmm.
Thing presumably comes in from the window,
Mm-hmm.
scorching hot, runs
Yep.
through him,
Yep.
and then it hits the decanter,
And
and then there's
disperses, it looks like.
scorch marks on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if your character would have the intelligence for it, but yeah, it looks like probably whatever it was came in, hit the decanter, and like refracted and dispersed.
What does the decanter look like?
Looks fine, other than it's very stained with it's glass and it's very stained with
Well,
So it
could-
wine.
melts window glass, but not wine glasses.
Right, that's the weird part.
No,
It burned through this guy's bones, his rib cage, but didn't
It's
break.
Good that
Oh,
Lady
wine
Knock brought
glass.
this to us.
yeah. So it's a nice thick glass, but other than that, I don't know what to say. Got to get some scientists in here.
I'm gonna look under the
Spirits.
bed again.
It's pretty clean under there. You don't see anything of note.
I'm
One
gonna
of us
pick
could
up.
hide under the bed and then be in here unsupervised and look around. Do it, Adam.
I think they
I'm gonna
noticed
pick
not
up.
all
The,
that's left.
I'm
A
gonna pick
lot
up
of the guys don't count that well. Sorry.
You guys are hearing some sort of scuffle going on out in the hall.
We'll deal with that in a minute. I want to pick up the decanter,
You got it. It's yours.
and it's glass, right?
Yeah, it's like a very heavy glass. Yeah,
I want to like smash it on the ground.
it's actually
What?
crystal. Now that you're looking at it.
I stopped him from smashing on the ground.
Well,
Does it look valuable?
A
I
crystal
mean,
decanter?
In pieces on the ground?
it's not like multiple gold pieces or anything, but
Okay,
it's more money than Dirk's got.
smashy, smashy.
All right, well now's a
We're
good
taking
time to do it.
strays
'Cause
over here. What's going on?
No one's. You're broke, man. What can I say? Sure. You bring it smashing down on the stone floor, and I'm sure it probably cracks
Does it
and
shatter?
breaks. It
Okay.
doesn't shatter into like a million pieces. It's kind of like it's made of crystal. It turns out, and it's really pretty strong. But I'm
Okay.
sure like chunks come
What?
off, right? Like it come apart.
So now would be the point for where button ships go, what the hell are you doing?
Yes.
I needed to see how strong this thing was.
Crystal strong.
And your way of doing it isn't just like tapping it against something, it's to just all out
Shatter it.
wail it as hard as you can at the
I didn't
floor.
wail it. I just dropped it.
That is not how you just described it.
That's true.
Fine.
I'm sure Rocco is comfortable lying straight to our faces after we witness something.
I like. I don't know. It's making me think of Clue, and he's like, "I had to stop her screaming." Slaps her in the face. Anyway,
All right.
Uh,
So what did you learn?
Was the decanter on the ground, or is it still on the table or whatever? Like not at.
it was
before
on,
I smashed
it was on a table next to the bed. So he had a wine glass. There was also
I don't understand how something with that much velocity and presumably mass could run into this glass decanter. Not only doesn't it not break, it doesn't even move from the
Hold on.
table it's sitting on.
Hold on.
It's a laser.
Hold on.
that is a valid question.
Mass? What mass?
Well, I guess it could be like magic.
Yeah, it's clearly it's magic.
Magic laser.
The sounds out in
Just
the
because
hall
it
are getting
melted
quite
glass doesn't
loud.
mean- again,
Something
crystal-
bumps into the door loudly. Go ahead, keep
Crystal-
going. But
Crystal is rather resistant to things. That's the point.
I'm going to take up a position like next to the door, but to the
Mhm.
side, for when things happen.
When they come rushing in.
you hear Geldrick out there yelling, "You guys murdered him, I know it." And it sounds like there's a brawl going on out there.
All right, I head out there to try and help break it up.
You see
Hope I'm not alone. Yes, I hope I'm not alone.
Good luck, buddy.
You got
you,
this.
you see Captain Blucher yell, "All right, everybody stop." And everybody kind of stops. They were kind of like pushing each other around and not really full on hitting each other. He yells, "Everybody stop!" And one of the not Geldrick, but one of the other guys with him punches Blucher right in the face, and then everybody just breaks into a brawl. One of the Uberstrike guards actually just picks up a vase and chucks it at you, Al, and it doesn't hurt you, right? like it probably bounces off you and then breaks on the ground, but people are scrapping with each other. No one's got blades out, by the way. It's just they're tussling. You can get involved, or you can just step back into the room. It's up to you.
Well, I'll step back into the room. I got a busted up leg. I don't want to wade into this.
But
Anyone wading in, or are you watching, or are you just shutting the door and letting it go its own way?
Shut the door.
which side of the door is Durkan?
Yeah, what side of the door is Dirk on?
I came back.
Man, you just take that disrespect of having a vase thrown at you.
We will defeat the victor.
He's had worse.
After about a minute, you hear Blucher yelling again. The fighting seems to have calmed down a little bit, and there's a loud rap on the door, and Blucher's like, "Time to go. Out. Everybody out."
All right.
One of the pieces of the decanter with stains on it.
Okay. You get it. Geldrick's looking a little bit sheepish as you guys come out, and a couple people have bloody noses. Two of his guys are kind of like pinned against the wall by the Uberstrike guards, and they're all getting shoved along toward back the way you came. Blucher's kind of keeping an eye on you, but he also understands you weren't part of that brawl and didn't start it. But he's way more on alert now, so he has you guys walk ahead of him.
Sure.
And they're just kind of escorting you all out as quickly as they can.
I will whisper to our buddy Geldrick, but loud enough for everyone to hear. None of these men killed Tylo.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm sorry. They end up taking you back out and basically shoving you out the front gate. Well, not shoving you, but you know what I mean. Right. Quickly escorting you out, shoving the other two guys, or the other guys for sure. Despite it all, the Altstorf guys who were with you actually seem to be in a pretty good mood. They seem like the brawl raised their spirits a little bit, and they
Nothing to raise spirits like a good brawl, huh?
So you guys, probably walk a little bit away from the, where all the guys with crossbows are. But then Geldrick's like, "All right, yeah, what's next? How can we help you next?"
Well, you had some questions for Captain Blucher, but you fucked that up.
Listen. Yeah, we did. Sorry. You can't trust those guys. They could have been behind it. I mean, probably not Blucher, but how else are you gonna kill? How else could he have been killed in there if it wasn't them? And they hate Altdorfers.
Do any of those guys look like badass wizards?
It looks like he was shot from outside his room.
No, they all looked pretty dumb. You're right. They all looked really stupid. Especially that one with the mole. And he threw a vase. What kind of idiot throws a vase? That was so stupid. He's probably got to pay for that. That's funny.
Probably.
You guys want to go to the tavern?
I guess we gotta go to his apartment, right?
Oh, yeah, the bridge. Yeah, we could drink there too. Yeah, that'll be great. Let's do that.
I'm sure he has a good amount of booze there from my memories of him.
Yeah.
Let's
And
let's
you know
go.
Tyler wouldn't want good booze to go to waste.
So the Bridge House Inn, they call it the Bridge House Inn because it's actually on the, just off the bridge, the big bridge that, you guys had your battle on, and
It's totally in our jurisdiction.
totally.
You probably know us well
sort
here.
of. I mean, it's actually not. Underneath the bridge is in your jurisdiction. Well, I mean, you don't really have jurisdiction right now. You're suspended, or whatever.
It's got a bad connotation. Can we choose
Yeah.
some other word besides suspended?
But it's the word she used.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break. I gotta get some water because my voice is giving out. 1 sec.
All right.
So I feel like the motive here is someone that wants, the two sides to fight, right?
Maybe.
I AI'd up a picture of you, Adam.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that it's 100% accurate.
Those just look like big weird wine glasses.
Yeah.
Nice.
What AI graphics thing did you use?
I use Night Cafe because they'll let you get 5 credits a day, and a single picture is half a credit. So I just build those up and just have them because I don't use them for anything that is important.
Hi, Richard.
Yay.
All right. Bridge House Inn. Second. Griff, when you're on your way to the Bridge House Inn with these guys, you get a sense someone is following you all, because you keep getting the glimpse of a woman. You can't make out her face or anything, but you can tell from like the shape of her body. Just occasionally behind you, but like once you're finally like, okay, for sure someone's following us, and you start looking, like you never see her again.
Well, as soon as I get the inkling, I turn and shoot.
At what? Like she's not there.
No, the very first time I think someone's following me, that's what I do. It's part of my battle tactics, Mr. Ryan.
He shoots into the darkness.
I think that would have already happened many times based on that criteria.
It has. I have to keep
You're
buying
random
ammo.
people. I mean, right now Dirk's following you. You should get him.
Everyone knows to duck as soon as I turn around.
But you do get to the Bridge House Inn, and it's a little swankier place. It's got higher prices, but it is kind of a favorite establishment for the middle and upper ranks, particularly among the Altdorfers who are now here. It's got its own stables, a coach house, a post office, a bar, a dining room, private meeting rooms. It's fancy.
Sounds like.
Geldrick comes in and talks to the proprietor. Gunter is his name, and says, "Oh yeah, these guys are looking into Tylo's death, and I'm going to take him on up to his room." And the guy Gunter kind of looks you over, and he nods. He's like, "Okay." He obviously knows Geldrick. So if you want to drink, but then Geldrick's like, and then after we're drinking, they got good stuff here. A little pricey, but it's good.
All right.
So he will take you up to the second floor, lead you to the guy Tylo's room, unlocks it with the key that he's got, and then he actually starts crying, and he's like, I'll stay out in the hall."
All right, that's cool.
All the other guys who had been with you guys are all downstairs in the bar part. So it's actually a pretty small room. There's a double bed, writing desk, a chair, and like a closet full of clothes. So look around as you desire.
I will relay to the party, but not Geldrick, that there was a woman following us in the street, which I claim to be certain of, whether I am or not. Then I will look under the bed and elsewhere for clues.
Underneath the bed, you see a small chest.
Aha!
Finally paid off. Now you have to look under every bed forever.
I will remove it.
All right.
While I say, aha!
Aha!
After we've closed the door.
So you drag out kind of a smallish chest, maybe the size of like a bread box.
And then I will say, Rocco, open this. Hand it to him.
No thanks, I'm good.
Well, you stealing everything else left and right.
But
Why not this
you
one?
have experience with chests. All right, I will put it on the bed and attempt to open it, because surely it's unlocked.
I mean, wouldn't Dirk be the guy? As the former thief? But yeah, indeed, you do have the skill to open it, as there is no lock. You see a small scattering of coins in there, as well as a folded piece of paper.
I pull it out and I look at it and say, aha! And then I hand it to Trent, who can read. Unless it's pictures. Is it a pictogram?
Nope. You see numbers and letters. You're able to identify it has both, but beyond that, no. You probably know numbers, at least like 1 through 100 or so. You know, you can recognize. You probably aren't very good at math, written math, but like if you saw the number 10, you probably know it means 10. Very smart. Anyway, yeah, Trent has the piece of paper. Let me see if I have a handout for them or not. It seems to list expenses, Trent. Looking at it, like the amount of money is more than you think like a guy in the Altdorf army or the watch should have. But I need a very hard trade merchant or evaluate test to really make much sense of what these expenses are. I don't know if anyone's got, like, you can read it off. Someone who's got those skills, you could cooperate on this.
Yeah, but no, because I got neither of those.
I doubt anyone has either of those.
I have evaluate.
But you could roll a 1. Well, there you go. It's
If
only
you
at
got to
minus,
evaluate, roll it up.
it's only at minus 30. You got this.
So I just need a 10 or less. No problem.
Easy. It's close.
Well, I could get it down to 0 success levels, but that doesn't seem like it's great.
It would be minus 0 as well, so no, probably not. Instead of plus 0.
Or I'll just re-roll. It'll be awesome.
You're going to nail it 10%, huh?
Oh.
I mean, it is already 9:30, and you
It's a list.
5 fate
It's a
points.
list of
Things.
things.
Yeah, you can't. You're having
could
trouble
be an
figuring out what the
expense
expenses are.
A list of expensive things.
Is it a list of materials you need to build a flaming ballista to kill yourself with?
Doesn't seem to be.
That flies?
No, it's all kind of written in shorthand. So part of this was just kind of like trying to decipher what exactly it's referring to, and you aren't able to really make heads or tails of it. Also, though, I had said there were coins in there. The coins, I'll type them in chat. 1 gold crown, 27 silver shillings. This is in all caps for some reason, and 19 raspberries. It's not a fortune, but it's not an insignificant amount of money.
Does he have like next of kin or no?
I'll
Other
believe
than
it,
this guy that
you
cries
haven't
all the
heard.
time? Yeah.
I mean, you know he's from Altdorf, so whoever his next of kin is probably there. But
So probably he would want us to spend his money on drinks with his good buddy downstairs.
I mean, it seems like what he would have done with it, from what you've heard.
And elsewhere for clues.
All right, well, other things of note are the closet, the desk. That's pretty much it, I think. The bed.
Are there any decanters?
You know,
You must smash more.
no, there aren't.
I'll look in the closet.
Yeah, so there's a lot of clothes in there, but you, without even needing a perception roll, you can tell that many are torn or speckled with small amounts of blood, and you see a good number of bloody hand wraps hanging up as well, which look to be stained from both sides. Looks like this dude gets in a lot of fights.
Is he in a fight club?
What is
No,
a
talk
hand
about that.
wrap? Just like cloth? to
Yeah,
punch
no,
guys?
you tape up your knuckles and stuff when you're gonna go punch crap out of people boxing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, back before you had cool boxing gloves,
I was hoping all those shirts had burn holes.
or if you just
through the
wanted to
middle.
hurt. The desk has stacks of letters on it, most of which are unopened. Many are actually just kind of covered in dust. It's pretty evident they've been sitting there a long time.
I will look through those for secret notes that come out.
What?
We know a merchant that probably could help us with that list. Whose son we saved. We could go there and see if he could make heads or tails of it.
There you go. So yeah, being unable to read the letters, you indeed gather them up but I'm not sure what exactly you're looking for.
Well, more
Uh,
clues to just fall out of the books.
Well, you could make a perception roll,
Haven't I done enough already?
but otherwise they are unopened letters.
Oh,
Yeah, they are unopened letters.
I say aha! Give them to Trent.
Are they labeled on the outside at all?
They're addressed to. They just have the name of Tylo on them, like who they're meant for. Like obviously, it's who's this for. You did
Okay.
hear that this place has a post office, so I don't know. Maybe they have a return. No, they probably don't. I don't really think. I don't know, man. How do medieval post systems work? Sure, there's return addresses. Many are from Altdorf. There's one from Aver von Cottenwald. There's one Brunhilde von Habsburg. There's Grafina Elena von Midwald. That name you actually recognize because that is the High Lord Treasurer of the Reichland Council, one of the kind of rulers of the Reichland region. Well, ruler's the wrong word, but somewhat important.
All right, so Reichland is trying to get Ubersreich to fall into civil war with the Altdorfians. We've solved it.
Didn't even have to open the letter.
Apparently not.
There are a few opened letters, too.
Think of how much more impressive it'll be when we present that as our evidence without us having opened it.
The letters you have that are opened do not have a return address on them. And as you look at those, Trent, or whoever can read, they don't make sense. They're clearly written in some sort of cipher.
Okay.
The only thing you
Cipher,
really
huh?
make, the main thing you make out is that they're all signed with -M, whatever the hell that would mean. Maybe it's an initial, but that could be code too, right? But that's how they all end.
How Moriarty signs his letters.
Moriarty, yep, true.
A cipher. Was there anything else in this room with words on it besides these letters, like
You
books
must
or?
have a key somewhere.
He doesn't know how to read.
Then why has he got letters?
I'm lying. He knows how to read. But no, you don't see any books.
Okay.
Basically, you found various letters, opened or not. You found bloodied clothes. You found a chest under the bed. You expect the bed itself, and you don't turn up anything interesting there.
I'm gonna go through all the clothes in the closet,
Okay,
pockets
like
and whatnot.
pockets and such.
I'm gonna feel along the back of the wardrobe for the magic map or cipher key.
Yeah. Adam, you do come up with 2 brass pennies as you're pulling out the pockets and a whole lot of pocket lint,
Please.
but nothing really of interest otherwise. And there are no secret maps at the top of the wardrobe that you feel along with your hand that let you teleport around. Like in King's Quest 3, 2, 3, 3. It was sweet.
I
So-
maintain that he must have a cipher key in this room somewhere. Let's destroy this room.
I mean, if you want to start doing that, although
I mean, I'm surprised Rocco didn't start doing it already.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not throwing shit out the window or.
So, odd question actually, Griff. Not sorry, not Griff. Dirk. You had been following our previous supervisor, right?
Correct.
Was this guy ever in his company?
Not that I saw.
GM is calculating.
Sorry, I got 1 sec. I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry, I'm back. What was going on? You asked Griff something. I didn't hear what it was.
He asked me if I saw this person when I was, trying to find my money.
Was Tylo hanging around with Rudy at all?
No, you guys have, done a good job kind of watching Rudy when you can, I'm sure. And in particular,
Yeah.
Al following him, but no, he didn't really have interaction. In fact, you had the sense they didn't really like each other.
Always a good thing.
Was anyone opening the sealed letters or no?
Who can read?
I can
can't,
read.
Since the ones that were unsealed seem to be ciphered, I'll open at least one of the sealed ones. Yes.
It seems to be a love letter from some woman who, clearly wants to meet, have relations with him.
Okay.
All right, let's toss the room. Look under the bed.
There was a
Move
chest
the-
under there, but there isn't anymore.
Is there a false
What about
bottom in the chest?
mattress and the
Are
pillow.
there floorboards that are, loose? He doesn't have a cipher key here, and there is one. It's got to be somewhere that is easy for him to get to in private.
You do not find a
If he
false
doesn't have a
bottom or
cipher
loose
key,
floorboards.
how hard can it be to decode with someone who knows the secrets of shape writing?
Yeah, it's picture words.
If you were to try to solve the cipher yourself, that would be like, all right, I'm gonna take this back to my room and spend, tonight or maybe the next day doing it, and there'd probably be some sort of intelligence roll or something. That's how that would go.
Okay.
It's certainly, looking at it, it's not like, well, just give me 5 minutes and I got this.
And we checked all the wardrobe pockets, I heard, all the clothes pockets.
You said bed, wardrobe.
There's a desk.
What else? Desk. Did we open the desks? Is there drawers or anything?
Yeah, I mean, that's where you
Yeah.
found probably the open letters.
Okay. All right.
What about
At
the
this-
bottom of the drawers? When we
You
flip them
don't-
up and there's
you-
secret
you
stuff
don't-
under there.
All right, just give me perception rolls. You're searching for anything hidden.
Secret compartments now. Anything like that?
Actually, you don't even. I can make it happen for all of you. I can cut to the chase.
Oh, okay.
I'll take your first 2 rolls, but
No.
Minus. Man, who would hire us? My only theory at this
wait, why
point
did? Okay, that was the wrong roll. That's why.
Wait, what?
is that Lady Noctis behind it, and she hired us because she knew we'd fuck it up.
You find
I
no. You
Try to grab
basically
something.
you basically find nothing you haven't already found. Oh, it shows the results. That's terrible.
It shows the SL. That's it.
I gotta go back to hidden rolls.
That's okay.
That whole button is the secret group test button. What's the point if it makes it public?
It does seem like that should be secret, regardless of the other setting.
I agree. I might have had an option for it now that I think about it. Let me see.
All right, I guess I want to talk to the barkeep or the inn establishment and see if there's any
Do they
common
pay
rooms and stuff where he could hide something.
Do they pay attention to the comings and goings of people here? Is this just a room above a bar? What is this?
It was an inn, so I
It's an
imagine it
inn.
has multiple
No,
rooms.
it's an inn.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there is a bar, but it's an inn, a fancy one. You come back out, and Geldrick's still out there.
Yep.
Like, hey, you find anything useful in there?
No,
No.
no, we did not.
Did you ever hang out with him here?
In his room?
Well, just in the building?
Oh yeah, sometimes. I mean, it was
Is
a little
there
rich,
anywhere-
a little rich for my blood, but sometimes.
Is there anywhere besides the common bar room that tenants have access to?
Here, I mean, I mean, you could get to the stable or all that stuff, but no. I mean, I guess he could have. If you're looking, like, I don't know what you're looking for, but if you think there's something he might have had, maybe it's at our clubhouse.
It's like a watch clubhouse or something.
No,
else.
no, it's just just for us. Like, yeah, I was thinking about inviting you guys because you're helping him out, but you didn't really help with that fight, and I thought maybe you were pussies or something, but I don't know. He looks at Dave's leg, like, I guess you're probably not pussies. Hey, by the way, Andrew, you don't wear that full set of armor around when you're like going to the tavern, do you?
I don't know, where can I put it? Someone's gonna steal it.
That's true. Someone would totally steal it. You're right. That's tricky. You're basically hot and sweating and comfortable.
Yeah, I know.
Walking around in that. Okay.
I gotta get my own room somewhere, but I need more money than this guy left us.
Yeah. Just take his room. No one's using it.
Yeah, when's this room paid up till?
Probably not too much longer.
You're asking about rent prices?
Yeah, the clubhouse sounds promising.
Yeah.
But let's go have a few drinks first.
Yeah. You know what? We can drink there. We got a couple barrels. Let's just drink there. Let me get the guys. We'll bring you to the circle. It'll be great. You'll love it.
So were we taking his money or were we not taking his money?
Looks like we took it.
Okay, who took it? Just so I know. Otherwise, if no one's got it on their sheet, no one took it.
You mean the money in the chest?
Yeah.
I took the money from the pockets, but that's it.
I mean, I'll take it, but just to spend on, the true friends of Tylo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So he gathers his buds up, who are, downstairs in the bar. You guys go off across town a ways. I'm sorry, what?
All right. The clubhouse.
The clubhouse. Yeah. It's a warehouse in the artisans' quarter of town. It's just like, it doesn't look like anything special as you're coming up on it. He walks up to it, unlocks it with key. He pulls from like a string around his neck. You all head inside, shuts the door behind you. You can see it like a small makeshift bar in there, made out of a couple barrels with like a plank laid across them. A couple tables and chairs in there, all mismatched, like they just, found what they could. But you do see a large cleared space in the back. It's a circle of about 8 yards in diameter. It's got like it's a thick chalk circle, and it looks like a wrestling ring or something like that.
Oh, it is a fight club.
Yeah. So he goes in there. There were a couple guys already in there. Plus, you guys just came in with a few more. He tells some of the guys to crack into their keg open and start serving drinks to y'all. He introduces you to the few that, you haven't seen yet. Oh, these guys are looking into Tylo's death. They're going to find justice for him. I know they will. And, he raises a toast to the memory of Tylo, the best man I ever knew. We'll never have anyone like him. Every day from here on will be darker with him absent. A couple of guys seem a little embarrassed by how emotional this dude's getting, but they don't say anything. So after you've all had a drink, he welcomes you all. He welcomes his new friends to the circle. Their circle.
Thank you.
I'll be awesome in a fight club if I'm wearing my blade.
He's like, I think in his memory, we ought to have a match. He's looking at you, Griff, like, and you can't wear that armor. It'd just be a wrestling match. We don't like beat the shit out of everyone or anything.
I don't need armor.
Yeah, let's
I'll
do it.
start taking my armor off.
He
Then I
starts,
won't even be encumbered.
yeah. All the guys are like getting up and cheering and pouring another round of drinks. They kind of spread out kind of around the ring. Granted, it's, you know, it's a big ring. They can't, it's not like they have the whole thing around. But they're cheering, assuming you do take your armor off and weapons.
I can't use my axe.
Well, Geldrick, it's a wrestling match.
A wrestling match.
Geldrick's like, here's the rules. We just wrestle each other, and whoever can push the other one out of the circle first is the winner.
Sounds good. That's it? That's the only rules?
Well, I mean,
Do you need more rules than that?
we're not trying to kill each other, if that's what you're asking.
I would be so into this if I didn't have a broken leg right now.
He's like,
Think how much honor you gain. You should do the
cracking
crane
it.
kick. It'd be awesome.
He's cracking his neck side to side. And do I have a token for this guy? Yeah. He looks really dumb.
That's a high collar.
Yeah, well, he's not wearing that right now, but
All right.
yeah, we'll put you in the circle.
I don't know how big it's
Let's just go. Oh, you're paused anyway. You should unequip, or we need to make sure you don't get your encumbrance penalty.
Unpause it.
I thought I did. We need to fix your encumbrance, though. You're too encumbered.
Oh, it's because I still have it. I
Uh,
don't know how to deal with that.
how are we doing that? Didn't we have like a?
There was like a not on you portion of the inventory.
Was there?
On mine, there was.
Oh, it has to be in a bag to do that. I'm just gonna give you a bag. Yeah. We're gonna make this an encumbrance 0 bag. We're gonna call it stuff not on you.
You want to give one of those to everybody?
Not
So
at
that
the
we-
moment, but maybe eventually.
All
I
right.
just don't want to fuck around with it. All right, Andrew, I think you can just drag your stuff into there. Is that changing your weight? I think it is. Yeah.
The little symbol went away. No,
What
my
went away?
icon went away. Where'd my icon go?
It's true. That's weird. You disappeared. Apparently, you're nothing without your armor. I probably deleted you by accident.
That is a profound statement.
All right.
Can I use melee, or do I have to use like brawl that I don't have?
Melee basic is. I mean, brawl is melee basic if you don't have brawl. You can't
Okay.
use axe, obviously. Oh, sorry.
All
No.
right.
I said melee basic. That's not what I meant. I meant weapon skill.
Just melee.
So you're either
Oh.
brawling or you're weapon skilling. Give me 1 sec. Let me look. Grappling. You make a melee brawling test. If you succeed, you may enter a grapple, and then it's like strength tests to push people around.
All right. So weapon skill then.
I mean, we're not gonna do exactly the way they have it there, but anyway, simplified version.
Okay.
Everyone's cheering. The guy, you know, kind of gives a little bow to you or whatever. He's
You
very
can go first.
all right. He'll come charging up to you and try to get you out of the circle. Let me put you guys in combat. The rest of you drinking while you watch, or drinking at
Yeah.
all?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Why can't I? There we go. End combat. No.
As soon as he gets close to me, I shoot him in the head.
Wouldn't work.
What happened?
I'm getting everything set up right now. He's finally gonna attack you. I guess. I don't even know if he can, bro. Let's find out. That wasn't bad. He failed, but that wasn't bad. All right, you can resist with brawling or dodging, I guess, or just weapon skill. I mean, unarmed is what it would be on your sheet. Yeah, so you he comes rushing at you, and you kind of grapple onto him and spin. So you've kind of reversed position, and you've gotten him, you know, now he's closer to the outside than he had been. Barely, but all right, you can go ahead and grapple him. We're just going to do some quick grapples back and forth, unless you were doing something weird.
Does that use a weapon skill, or does that use...
No, it's unarmed. It is unarmed.
Is the base for unarmed is what? Strength?
If you've got your action HUD thing, so if you click on your token, you've got like the, you know, the actions that come up.
HUD. There
So
you go.
Combat unarmed would be the way.
Oh no.
Well, you know, that's about how he did when he attacked you. So. So he ends up shoving you back a little bit. Now you're roughly back in the center of the ring where you started. Man, I'm gonna do this another way because I don't want to just sit here and roll unless you're gonna be doing something tricky. Let's just do.
This doesn't really do tricky stuff.
Let's just each do an unarmed roll, and whoever gets the highest success is gonna end up winning. Because otherwise, we're just gonna sit here and roll for like 8 rounds, and then it's gonna be roughly the same output. Well, good news is I'll ignore the fumble. That doesn't really matter for this.
Oh, I'm gonna have to re-roll that.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
It was worse, but not a fumble. So you guys are straining against each other for a while.
Probably better if I lose anyway.
His strength is roughly a match for yours, but he's done this a lot. He knows what he's doing more than you, and eventually he kind of maneuvers you out of the ring. Everyone cheers. They're cheering for both of you. It's not like they're shitting on you. You can tell everybody's...
All right, so as long as I seem confident and he wins, that seems better for us anyway, maybe.
Yeah. He ends up slapping you on the back and says, "Well done, that was a good fight. It's the pursuit of perfection that's important. Tylo taught us that. Now, we're supposed to say a prayer to our ancestors. Tylo used to do it, so I guess it's up to me." Clears his throat. Puts his arms up in the air, and he shouts out pretty loud, "Yagrak tu amat shonol! Amak tu amat shomol! Yagrak tu amat shonol! Sarkol tain amat shonol!" All the other guys are saying it too, and they cheer.
Sounds like a clue. Is that a language that I would recognize?
You guys do not recognize that at all.
Like, not that I'd know what it was, but it's not like...
No, it's not
like I would know it. I know this is French. I don't know what they're saying.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, that's interesting.
What if those letters were not in cipher, but in this weird language?
Probably not, based on the words you heard. That doesn't... Yeah. The other one, it could be, I guess. These at least had vowels in the right places, right?
That's fair.
Sorry, go ahead. What?
After an appropriate, at least like one beer or whatever, we need to know, like, does he have a locker or a chest here or anything, or no? He might have just, if he had something, it would just be here somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he's got a room in the back. Let's have a drink to celebrate our fight, and then we'll take you back.
Yeah, this was after that drink, yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Very well.
That way.
All right, give me a consume alcohol roll.
You know it.
Everybody who's not being rude and drinking can do a consume alcohol roll. Do you have a way to make you drunk? Because that'd be great. How do they not have? How can you have a consume alcohol skill in this game but not have like a drunk?
Didn't you have a drunk effect earlier? That was like
I have like a stinking drunk. Wait, a fast and convenient way to play the characteristics modifier that come from consume alcohol. I do have one. Yeah. All right. Who needs to be a? You're not like drunk. You're just slightly drunk.
Yeah, I missed it a little.
Can I drag it to your token? That would have been cool. But it didn't work that way. All right. You're a little drunk. You're the only one?
Yeah.
No tipsy. Oh, wait. Griff? No, that was your other roll. Okay. Dirk, I need a roll. Consume alcohol.
Working on.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll take you back there. All right. Dirk's a little slightly drunk. Not, not wasted or anything unless his toughness bonus is 1. All right. Yeah, let's get you to the private room. He leads you back there. It's a door. It's not even locked. He's like, go on in. No, nobody would have been in there. We all respect each other here. Not even a lock on the door. He just opens it up and
I look under the bed and elsewhere.
inside, it's not a big room, but you see like on the back wall there's like a curtain hanging that obviously like separates another part of the room. In here you've got a bed. A table. Hold on a sec. A couple empty like wine decanters, some empty food platters. You see a little reading nook with like a pile of scrolls and a writing board. Yeah. So this room and then whatever's behind the curtain.
Well, let's check behind the curtain.
I check under the bed.
And various other places.
You don't see anything under the bed. As you move the curtain, you see...
Shrine to a dark god?
Sort of. Yeah.
Well, okay then.
There's a... Like on the wall, like there's like a little bit more to the room, basically, like separated by the curtain, like a couple more feet of room. There's this huge 4-foot diameter wooden frame on like the far wall, and stretched across it is layer upon layer of like pink flesh, and it still looks wet. It's bound together with like metal staples and clamps, and the folds of the flesh, like where the shadow like falls on them, it actually makes it look like screaming faces. It's not like horror movie style where you see like the face coming out of the wall or whatever. It's just the way it's all positioned looks terrible. And you're just hit with
I look away.
The sweet, sickening smell. Well, you were looking under the bed, thankfully. The rest of you, though, give me a hard endurance test.
Hard endurance test?
Yeah.
Not a cool test?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
That was real bad.
I think I'll re-roll.
Yeah, you should use those re-rolls up. I agree.
Sure. I ain't got any other reason.
I think I might have a picture of this. Let me see. Okay, it's not a very good picture, but I'm going to show it to you anyway.
There's kind of a face there.
Kinda, yeah. Basically, if you failed the test, you are overcome with the urge to vomit. Like, it's disgusting to look upon. It just makes you feel nauseous, and you're probably losing some of the ale you just drank. So, puke in the corner or whatever, but it's coming out. It's like you got hit with a stinking cloud spell.
Yeah. This
Oh.
is not good.
My bad. If you were drunk, not if you were drunk, but if you had been drinking alcohol, which I think you all had been, you actually get a +20 to the test instead of a -20. So unless you failed by 4, you're good. Rocco is still puking. Dirk is still puking.
I got it.
Trent's fine.
Oh, I rerolled.
Oh, okay. Was your first roll good enough then?
Unfortunately, no. My first roll was bullshit.
Looks like
I
Bernard.
gotta get a look at this now.
Looks like Bernard's reroll saved him.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys figure out if you burped or not, or puked or
Burp.
not. Sorry. Yeah,
Probably
Andrew, you
burps.
can make an
Didn't
endurance
puke.
test too. You get +20,
Alright, good.
not -20.
Rocco failed.
Okay, so you're still puking. Good for you. It's disgusting.
It happens.
Yeah.
That's what made me want to look and smell.
Mhm.
That's the smell.
Just to be clear, Tylo is not Tylo. Geldrick is not in the room with you. Hey, you made it. Exactly. That can't be right. Your endurance has to be more than 27.
I gave myself +20.
Yeah, why is it? Oh, endurance is a skill, not an attribute. You have a 40. I bet your drunk is taking away 10, which probably shouldn't in this case. You're not drunk.
Wasn't I supposed to get a +20?
Oh, I was looking at your 40. You're 47. My bad. You're good. Anyway. There's a little bit of puke smell in here now, too.
Seen it 100 times.
So that wasn't all that was in there, though. You also see there's a table in there and something. There's like a velvet, like a purple velvet drape over something on a table back there. Whatever it is probably maybe like 2 feet tall, sitting on the table. You don't know what it would be, but it's about like 2 feet in height. It's kind of a smallish table, so it's not like like a large dining table or anything.
Like an altar.
Maybe. I mean, that's not really the impression you get. It's a table. I mean, it could be like there could be something on it he's worshiping or something, but it's not like a stone
someone
slab.
with more corruption slots to burn than me should take a look at that.
All right. I'll pull the lid off that. What do we got?
You'd think that would be right. You'd think that would be right next to in the module where it says that is, but it is not. So give me 1 second. There we go. It's a black marble statue of a humanoid figure that's like half male and half female. It's probably top half female to bottom half male. Completely naked, holding a whip in one hand and a sword in the other. There's snakes coiling around its legs, or like around its, like ankles and lower leg.
Is this imagery anybody here recognizes?
That's a
Briefly,
good question. Probably
like
not, unless you've got some sort of lore that has to do with chaos. Although you're all pretty sure this shit is definitely you would be executed for having this shit, like 100%. Even if you don't know exactly what it is. Particularly the flesh. The statue, maybe somehow you could get around it. Probably not. Particularly since as you're looking at it, give me a test, Dave.
What do you need?
I think
Cool.
cool. I'm double checking.
Straight up cool.
You might get a bonus. Hold on a sec.
I'm kind of drunk.
Well, you can roll it, and I will. If you miss because of drunk, ignore that, because I don't think it would matter here.
How do I know if drunk is affecting this? Oh, there it is.
What's your normal skill level?
No,
I don't
that's
think it.
right.
What
I
would
don't
your
think it
normal
did.
target be?
I think it's 40. Yeah.
Then yeah, nothing.
I
to
think
spend.
it's only doing weapon skill, ballistic skill, and something else.
Yeah, well, that's a failure.
All right. Well, you can reroll if you want. Otherwise, you will be receiving a point of corruption. So you look at this thing.
Sure. I'll.
So, like the statue itself, maybe could have.
Wow. Exact same roll.
Wow. You should go buy a lottery ticket.
It really wants me to have that corruption.
You know,
There you go.
1 point isn't so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It is if it's the last point.
I'd be more than happy to do something terrible to lose one of my points of corruption any time now.
I forgot about that, and I will try to keep that in mind. Although I don't know that I'll come up with anything in the next few minutes. But thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So as you kind of uncover this thing and you're looking at it, like your skin's starting to itch a little bit. You're starting to sweat. You're just like, it makes you uncomfortable, and like, even if you were like, all right, maybe someone could justify this as like a piece of art, like the fact that you're actually having a physical reaction thing tells you like this thing is chaos related. This thing is like palpably evil.
It's psychosomatic. Hey, are all the people in this fight club, were they all watch members or just some of them?
Certainly the ones that had been going around with you earlier.
But there's other people here.
The
as
new
well.
ones you met, you don't know for sure. They were at least Altdorf State Army people. Whether or not they were in the Watch or not, you're not sure. There's definitely a few you didn't recognize, but you don't recognize every single Watch member.
I look around at everybody and say, do we think we can get out of here without letting them know we've seen this?
Yeah, there's a curtain. Just put it back. Duh.
Speaking of which, do you recover the statue, or what are you doing after you look at it? And
I want to touch it, do I?
well, you were holding like the drape that was over it.
You could put the cloth back over it.
Oh, recover it. Yes,
Yeah,
I will
sorry.
put the cover back on it.
Okay. Then you've probably saved your party members from staring at it.
Sure.
So, how many guards people were out in the front room? Roughly?
That's a good question. I think it was about 8. I'll get you an exact number in a moment here. Maybe.
I don't think we can do anything about these people in the room. Like I said, I just want to know if we can maybe get out without.
I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
I'm just going to say 8. They were kind of the 4 you came with, and then there was another group of about 4 that were here already.
Okay.
Anyway, there was also like scrolls in the room. Yeah.
You should look those over, or I have to pick up everyone and say "aha" and hand them to you.
Sounds like there's nothing to do. But
Pick up the first scroll and look at it, and then say "aha."
It has words
hand
on
it
it.
to one of the readers. More of those picture writings.
Actually, some of these that you're picking up are drawings. They're.
I hope one of them's mine.
They're definitely amateurish, but not terrible.
So one of them is yours.
Then they can't be mine.
And the drawing, like many of these actually have writing, so you'll have to aha those. But a good number are just like lewd images.
Nice.
One stands out. You can't read it, but one stands out because it's on the gold leaf. That it was like kept nice between 2 writing boards.
What's it say?
You read?
No, that's why I asked. What does it say?
I don't know. No one's told me they're reading it yet.
I'll read it.
I mean, it could make your eyes burn out. I have to hear the words. It says, Prince of Pleasure, she who thirsts, they are tempter, Losh the serpent, Shornall the prideful, darkest Slanish. And you guys, I might be pronouncing that wrong, but Slanish is the name of one of like the 4 chaos gods. You would know them all, so let me get into that a little bit more. I mean, you don't need lore chaos to know the big 4.
Do I feel like what I knew of this guy and how he looked, that he would be charismatic enough to get all the women, or do I feel like he was magically assisting himself?
He was a good-looking guy, and he was charismatic. Maybe there was magic too, but like certainly he could have gotten some ladies. Plus, he had that top thing going for him. Slanish is the Prince of Pleasure, and basically, indulgence and physical pleasure, that sort of thing.
He's the sexy one.
Yeah. I guess there's... Yeah. So the other big ones are Nurgle, who's disease. Khorne, which is basically war. God of blood. Blood for the blood god. That's where that comes from. And I'm probably mispronouncing this. I gotta figure out these pronunciations. Tzeentch. Tzeentch.
It's just a Z sound. Tzeentch.
Yeah, Tzeentch. Lord of Change, Lord of Sorcery, Lord of Entropy. He's the chaos god of change, evolution, mutation, intrigue, ambition, knowledge, etc. So, Slanish is the god of pleasure, though, like indulgent, hedonistic pleasure.
Yeah. So are we sticking around here? So we're in this back room. Are any of the other guys in this back room with us right now?
No, they're all out front. Even
Okay.
Tylo's not out here. He kind of led you back and then started walking away back up to the front.
Yep. Are we sticking around here any particular reason, or do we just need to go and
No.
Let's go.
bring the fury of everything down on this place?
Well, let's go get some more drinks while I suit back up.
It's not necessarily the whole place, right? It's just this guy.
Well,
No, it's the entire Fight Club.
How do you
either
know?
the entire Fight Club is in on it, or
Do you think that chanting was just for the fun of it?
Maybe they're dumb and impressionable, and he taught them.
Yeah, okay, that's worse.
Yeah,
Still
I
no,
agree.
all that's burned out.
All right, before we burn everything down, we need evidence for whoever sent us on this quest.
We have
actually
evidence.
we have a priest of Sigmar. All the evidence we need is they're heretics.
Make
Take
sure
a
you're
pic-
using
take a
your
picture of
inside
yourself, huh?
voices for this conversation.
Well, I mean, that scroll, for one thing, would not be bad.
Take some of the scrolls. You can gladly bring the leader of the person who sent us here to see this, but I'm also going to be bringing the church down on this. Hard.
You're probably jamming scrolls into a backpack or something, or is it just taking one?
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty, and
I mean, I'm not touching any of it because the whole thing needs burned. But
So far in our investigation, all we've discovered is he had it coming. I don't know if we're going to get paid for that.
I mean, that still is finding out what happened to him, right? That was what we were asked for.
Well, we don't know why he's dead, but we do know he probably deserved it. Unless he got killed by another evil guy. We gotta figure that out too.
Well, and we have the letters that were in code, right? Maybe someone can work on that and see if that tells us the reason.
Sure.
Here's our evidence. Oh, you can't read it? Well, you just gotta trust us then.
give
That
some people,
proves it.
give some people, top men.
It wouldn't be in code if it wasn't incriminating. That
I
proves
meant
what
like
we're
one of
saying.
us figuring out what it said.
It's positive. Only the guilty run. That's-
Well, I'm going to go get some more drinks while I, slowly suit back up.
oh, yeah, okay.
They're as you get out there, Geldrick's telling some story about how Tylo saved some woman who was getting beaten by her husband, and he beat the guy to a pulp, and yeah, that was good. They're drinking, you know. You start getting your armor back on. The rest of you were out there with him, or were you? Some of you
Yeah.
spending more time there. Okay.
I came back out.
You hear?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm out there with him, keeping an eye on everyone else.
Okay, yeah. None of them seem to be any different than before you went in there, right?
Well, sure.
They're all feeling chill. They're drinking. They're not. Nothing's different for them. You guys, Andrew's probably got most of his armor on. Someone's probably helping him strap the breastplate on right now. So you can go ahead and get your stuff back on. When the door to the warehouse, you hear a loud bang against it, and the whole thing rattles, and then it bangs again and flies open, and a couple people, well, not a couple, probably about close to a dozen, just looks like commoners come running in. There's a woman behind them holding a pistol, and
Every day,
she's
dude.
like, "These are the heretics I told you about. Burn them all!" And you see a couple of them are
I
trying
turned to
to
say,
like basically Molotovs in their hands.
I turned to Trent and say, "Wow, your church is quick."
Yeah.
And Aldrich's like, or Geldrick is like, what the, like, you know, they didn't, they're all jumping to their feet, like, what the hell's going on? So they're kind of getting to their feet, trying to, clearly they don't know what's happening. What are any of you doing, if anything? It looks like, so there's basically one entrance and exit to this place. It's the door that all these people just started streaming in. There's kind of a woman standing behind them a bit with a pistol. Roughly the size and shape of who you saw following you earlier, Griff. But, you know, who can be sure?
Yeah, I put that together, or I assumed it. I was able to drag stuff to my bag. I'm not able to drag it out of my bag.
There was a
Problem I had the other
button.
day.
No, there was a button to do that.
Yeah.
There's like an up arrow to the right of the item. It says remove item. That pops it like out.
Intuitive.
Yeah, well. So as they're all standing there kind of nonplussed, I'm gonna say you guys, despite being surprised that this is happening, you're not really flat foot. In general, I think you guys were already tense and ready for something to go down, probably just not like this. So if you have any actions you want to do, go ahead. You know what? I'm going to let me see if I have any sort of map I can put us on or something that doesn't crash my computer.
No.
Maybe. I know I saw one once upon a time. Well, all right. We'll do the old-fashioned way. Oh, that's not. A line. How do I make a line? Lines. Here we go. Line width 2. Fill. No. Nope. I'm good at this. Weird. I drew, but then I put a box. What the? There's the door. Oh, here's the fighting circle. Here's kind of the makeshift bar. Tables and chairs. Down here is probably like the section you were in. This was Tylo's like room with the little curtained room. I don't know, something like that. Good enough. This with the arrow would be the exit to the street. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll get some guys in here. You guys could move yourselves, by the way. You don't have to be totally surrounded. Just that happened to be where you were.
When I hover over them, their pictures resolve to the
Yeah, that's weird.
striped leather faces.
Yeah, that's not ideal. But whatever, it's fine.
Clue.
Awesome.
I mean, whatever. I just need. Okay. There's the lady with the gun. She's got a very scarred face. Just giving you definite witch hunter vibes.
Yep.
And
It's the second place we've been in when a witch hunter broke in and accused us.
that's what witch hunters do. That's their thing. It's what they're best known for. Concerned citizens. They don't get an icon, I guess. Be able to move here without, yeah. Oh, no. All right. It's going to be locked into a grid. Let me turn that off. Boom. Distance, probably roughly right. 3 yards. All right. It's a little off scale, but whatever. Good enough. Oh, shit. I just changed my map. What are you guys doing in general? Maybe I need to go run round by round combat. Maybe I don't. I don't know. So
I'm sure Trent will get it straightened out.
We'll try to let's see. Is she like threatening the room with her pistol?
she's kind of standing in the doorway holding it. She hasn't fired at anyone yet. Some of the people around her have basically makeshift Molotov cocktails that, one of them is trying to light right now. And she had, barged in and said, "Here's the heretics, burn them."
And these
It's
look
just-
like just random citizens.
These people look like a mob she whipped into a frenzy, which is not an uncommon thing in Warhammer.
Right.
I gotta get that skill. We should all get that skill.
Yeah.
That's it. It's an actual skill, I think.
It's a talent, isn't it?
I think it's both. It's even an endeavor. You can make it easier to whip a mob into a frenzy in a future thing by laying the groundwork.
That's a gossip thing, though, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I think actually
It'd probably be like
entertain
charm or
crowds
or
or
leadership or something.
weirdly enough, I think it also sometimes falls under entertain.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because like one of the skills I could pick up was entertain speeches.
All right, I'm gonna put you guys on the combat thing, and I'm just gonna go down your order. Hold on. So I'm just gonna ask Dirk, what are you doing as this door bursts open and these people are here and they're yelling, and the people around you are jumping to their feet, wondering what the hell's going on. Like, what's your vibe? What are you doing?
So I think they can't be reasoned with, right? They're like a
Certainly saying no, please don't won't work, but like they're compelled to action. I don't know if you have a good leadership score, maybe you yell something compelling. I don't know. You could try it. I don't know, man. Anything could work, right? It's not going to be easy. That would be for sure.
I'll try some leadership.
I kind of want to hear what you're yelling though, too.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell them to hold, and I'll do the whole stop hand motion, and
We have jurisdiction here.
yeah, we've been sent here to investigate the death of Numbnuts, whatever his name is. I don't remember.
Ilo.
Me, Dave, doesn't remember.
So
Sorry.
you're asking
Very
them,
convincing.
You're asking them to hold, and you're explaining why you're there. Got it.
Yeah. Do you want to roll for that?
I want to hear what everybody's doing first.
Okay.
Dirk, were you doing something similar? Or are you letting Dave do it? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, I would want to try and make it clear that we're trying to figure out what happened to the guy that died.
Okay. Rocco, what are you doing?
Rocco's looking for a way out of here, like a back door or something like that.
So
always running away.
There are no windows or other doors that you've seen. If you could find a way to climb, there's some like skylight type stuff. You might be able to get out one of those.
That's the plan.
That would involve, I don't know what that would involve. Probably either rope or one hell of a climb check up a wall, like because you're in like a warehouse, right?
There's only one door in this whole building.
One door, yes.
That's why they chose it.
Wow.
I think it's just cheap. I mean, it's basic. I probably have the door in a bad place, given that it's a warehouse. But it's even these walls here are kind of like makeshift. It was basically one huge empty room that they kind of partitioned a bit.
What are the exterior walls made of?
It's a good question. It would probably have to be wood, I would think.
All right, I'm gonna hack my way out.
Fair enough. What kind of weapon are you using? Well, whatever. Put yourself where you're going to do that.
Well, you want me to move?
Yeah, that's how far you get this round. So you're running towards the back wall, and you're going to try to break your way out one way or the other.
Yep.
Sounds like. Okay. Trent, what are you up to?
Yes, kill the heretics, and I start praying to light my thing on fire.
That sounds cool. Griff.
I am just making sure my armor's on. In my head, there's like going to be combat all around me, and it'll keep cutting back in the movie of my guy like making sure his bracers are correct and getting his helmet on.
Were you willing to let Geldrick help you get your armor on? Because he probably would have.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
All right, so he's probably like finished. He probably had just like finished strapping your armor on. He's just standing there, like hands on the last buckle, looking like over your shoulder at this shit that's gone. Okay. All right. Well, Dirk and Bernard are both kind of yelling at the same time, which makes it a little confusing. But I don't know. You guys can give me. I don't know if leadership's the right thing.
I don't know what else it would be.
Let me look at Witch Hunter quick and see what skills they get.
Leadership would work.
Intimidate, maybe.
It depends which way you're trying to kind of talk about it. Leadership would be if you're trying to, quote unquote, take over the mob.
It's probably
Intimidate
charm.
if you're trying to get them to back off.
Charm is the skill that witch hunters get. If I still have the guy who... Yeah, that's probably charm. So, Dirk, what exactly were you yelling? Yeah, good charm rolls. You were like, we're here investigating. I remember Dave's. I just don't remember what Dirk's was.
Yeah, basically, we're trying to figure out who did this.
All right. To be fair, you can get a really short message out, right? Oh, we're here investigating a murder. Like, that's about how much time you have for in a combat round while people are lighting a Molotov to throw at you. So, all right. So you both basically out. Oh, we're here investigating. All right.
Yeah.
You get charm rolls. So I don't think the situation warrants these guys being like, oh, never mind, wrong place. But I think they're not going to aim for you. So that's a start. And remind me, Griff, what you were doing. I know you were getting your armor on, but what was the...
Yeah, I don't want to rush it. I probably have at least another round to make sure everything's right and get my helmet on.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably get your helmet on this turn and get your weapon, readied. If you want to get your weapon readied. Maybe you don't.
Who had the bag full of letters?
I have it, I think.
Yeah, sure.
And
That would make the most sense.
And you're running away?
Yep.
All right. Bravely ran away. All right.
No, just show them the altar in the back, and then they'll totally
Protecting
think
the
you're okay.
evidence.
All right. So, Trent, you can roll your prayer.
I assume they're mostly going to attack the guys that look like, breathing death flesh.
Yeah, they don't actually look like that, dude. You made your roll.
It's like twice in a row.
That never happens, Eric.
I know.
How many rounds do you get it for? By bait 2?
2 rounds.
Well, that's still cool.
Good news, Dave. We're making even more openings for you in the hierarchy of the watch.
Yep. So no choice but to put you at the top.
I'm sure at the end of this combat, I'll be able to, level up my my watchedness.
I wonder if they actually gave these guys. Oh, they did. All right. So this guy throws his. I think I might need to rework the ranges in here because I think this is way too far apart. Like 8 yards. That's a huge distance. Give me 1 sec.
8 yards? Yeah.
Grid scale, 2 yards. Let's make the grid scale like half a yard. Maybe I'll change that to 1. Let's see.
That means Adam's going to be farther than you think.
That doesn't seem right either.
Longer than you said.
Let me try one more. Oh, yeah, he will. You're right. So you can put yourself in the back wall, Adam.
Great.
Yeah, 1 yard feels better in here. Even then, that's still pretty far, but whatever. Because each character is like roughly 2 yards. Anyway, this dude tosses an incendiary. Wow, he's got a 20 to hit. That's real good. Automatically lose opposed tests. Oh, cool. Well, he does not hit the guy he's thrown at. It sails past him, but it does, indeed hit the floor of the warehouse, which catches fire. So we got a little... Oops. Wait, fire going... That's huge. Fire going on in the back here. And that's probably it for that round. So the Altdorfers now seeing that they've had, fire thrown at them, start drawing weapons and yelling. And at this point, communicating's pretty tough. Like, oh, we're here to investigate. Like, literally everybody's yelling at this point. What the hell? What are you doing? Why are you attacking us? Kill them! They're attacking us! You know, just everything's going on at once. Why am I not getting a thing when I hover on this guy? My HUD isn't showing up anymore. This is terrible. No, I need it. Oh, there it goes. Just hit a right click. Okay, weird. Okay. Dirk, what are you doing?
I'm trying to not get surrounded, so I think I want to like try and move out of the group.
Okay.
Like back like this.
Sure. For what it's worth, as you look around, none of the Altdorf guys are like, "Fuck you guys, we're gonna attack you." You know what I mean? They're all looking at these guys by the door. Just so you know. Like I get, you don't gotta want to get in between them all.
Yeah, mostly right now, what I'm trying to figure out is like how to not get completely steamrolled, and like where I can pick my battles, and just if anyone comes after me, like I'll attack them. But yeah, I'm looking for an opening. I'm kind of watching. I'm watching Trent to see who he might attack. Like basically, I'm kind of just trying to figure out what makes the most sense right now.
Just realized I was missing some people from combat. All right. Rocco, what are you doing? You're trying to break
start
through.
hacking the wall.
What kind of weapon do you have?
Hatchet.
That's a good weapon for it. All right, you're digging in. I don't really need a roll, but you're. Man, what is it like to hatch it through like an exterior wall of a building?
Deep.
I'm strong, man. I got perks, attack perks.
Do you? Do you have that one break door perk or whatever that lets you break doors better? You have strike mighty blow. All right, you're working on it. I don't know. We'll get there. Definitely, it's not a one round sort of thing though. Hacking through the wall of a building. Bernard.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm hobbling as fast as I can. And my intention is to get out of this crowd and maybe like over to this wall.
Go for
and
it.
then just walk straight at the crowd. I don't have a weapon out because I'm not going to be any use in a fight. I'm trying to, you know, even though it's loud, I'm still trying to calm them down. Like,
all right, well that's about your move right there. You can give me another roll. I'll mentally put a penalty in it.
Charm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably not as good. Yeah, there you go.
You know what? Your first one was good though.
Yeah.
Geldrick slaps you on the back, Griff, and says, "Brother, let's fight them." And he starts charging at them.
He does see that I'm hobbling, doesn't he?
Not you, me.
I don't even know if he has a sword. Oh, he does have a sword. So he charges right into one of them. I don't know that I want to roll any of that out. Let's just say he runs up there and starts slashing at a guy who doesn't seem particularly well equipped to deal with melee combat, and quickly becomes bloodied. Because most of these guys have the equivalent of pitchforks and some Molotovs. They're not really set up. In fact, the crowd at seeing him charge probably like backs up a few steps for the most part. They've been whipped into a frenzy, and they hate chaos and all that, but they don't want to die. And they're not fighters. Trent, you got a big glowing, fiery Warhammer. What are you doing with that thing?
Moving up and swinging on one of the soldiers.
Yeah. He doesn't
Order
see
up.
it coming. I'm not giving him a defense roll. In fact, you can have a +20. I think that's the rear attack bonus.
So I just do 20 for modifier, correct?
Yeah.
I did have him selected, didn't I? Yeah.
He does not get a roll. So you hit him. Do I hit apply damage? I can't remember.
I can't.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like it did any fire unless I'm missing something.
No, it doesn't look like it did that part properly. Which is
Did we
weird.
apply the effect? Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, because it did damaging, helpful, and magical. It just didn't do fire for some reason.
Oh no, he's on fire and he's prone. It did it.
Okay.
It just didn't inform us. Yeah. So wow, dude, does he got that many hit points? What the hell? Why did he soak 5 of that damage? Oh, 3 toughness and 2 for
Armor.
Yeah, armor. Okay. I guess that makes sense. It just seemed like a lot. You hit him right in the body though, so it makes sense. Anyway, you slam your warhammer into his back. He bursts into flame and goes prone, screaming, having no idea where that came from or what happened. The one kind of next to Dirk looks at that and is like, "What the? Oh my god! They're in on it! They're out to kill us too!" Another one of these guys lights a Molotov and probably chucks it down in here. He's almost certainly going to miss, but, you know, let's see. That one I'll roll for. Because fire's fun. Yeah. He didn't make it. Oh, wait, fumble. Hold on. Fumble and misfire. I didn't see that. Your melee weapon jars badly. Ranged weapon. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's change that a little bit. Well, then what makes the most... I gotta make that... Give that some opacity. Oh, as soon as you give it opacity, it disappears. Nice. And now it's black. Alright, F you, game. I'll just use a circle. We'll stop trying to be fancy. Alright, so probably the one that Geldrick was running up to. It wasn't the guy with the thing out, but he probably backs up and jostles into him, and the guy drops it in his feet and it explodes, and like 3 of these guys here catch on fire. They're a very talented team, as we're seeing. Flaming fire. Is there a good way to add this without? There we go. Blaze. Blaze. All right. A couple of the soldiers go running up there. You definitely get the vibe. I mean, this is a fight club. These guys, once they realize they're in a fight, they actually seem to be like, yeah, let's do this. So a lot of them are rushing up. The ones down here started to, and then got confused after they saw what Trent did, and now they're like paused, and they're turning to look at him. They don't actually attack this round, but they look like maybe now they will. And Griff, what are you doing?
What's the scale of this map?
I don't know. Like, it measures if you draw, but it's not well made, so you got to move at 8. You can get most of the places in here. Like, okay, technically it's 11, but whatever. You can get to the back wall by, well, you got 16 if you run. You can get pretty much anywhere in the room.
I don't know if there's
He
any
has
way
less because armor.
if I can shoot safely.
Since when has
Oh.
that ever stopped you?
If you
Well,
shoot,
I promise not to shoot you guys, and you guys are in terrible places.
if you shoot into that mass, you'll almost certainly hit someone. But if you're trying
Yeah.
to hit one team or the other, that's not real
Yeah.
likely.
I don't want, like, if I shoot this person.
So do you walk around with a full set of armor, a gun, a shield, and a sword?
Yeah. Well,
He's
an axe.
RoboCop.
That's what encumbrance is for.
All right. I don't know where your shield is right now. I guess probably laying at your feet.
Like, if I shot this person,
Mhm.
is that too close to Trent or Jerk?
Oh. For like the... I see what you're saying. What I don't remember what the radius and everything is. It is basically like a shotgun in a way, so...
Or I could shoot those two people, but that might be too close to...
It's blast 3 here. Let's just find out.
Is it from the edge of the token or the center?
No, let's go center. Dude, that's a huge radius. There, you shoot that one, you'll be fine.
Oh, I don't want to shoot. It's a concerned
I don't know.
citizen.
We'll probably... Let's just do it this way. If you shoot at someone, it's them and who's ever adjacent to them. So, like, this guy is fine. He's... Oh, sorry, I gotta make it pink.
Well, I'll shoot this guy if I'm...
That guy's fine. He's not close enough. We'll just say he's not close enough to anyone. Just because I don't have a good map here. We'll do it that way.
I would shoot this guy if I'm confident it won't hit a concerned citizen unless I fuck it up.
Okay. You've never fucked up a gun roll in your life. You might be a little drunk right now, though. Oh, you might not be. You're not one of the drunk people. Pretty good roll. It just hits both? Is that how that works?
It's supposed to.
I want to give armor to.
And then they have to run away scared, maybe, if they haven't fallen down.
Well, that'd be fine, but they already are trying to do that anyway, so.
Yeah. Then I will sit back down at my table.
All right. Cool. Fire down here grows a bit. Not that much. I'll just move it. Back to the top. All right, so gunshot went off. That's scary to a lot of people, including the concerned citizens. These dudes got shot in the back. Guy at Trent's feet, burning and screaming right now. Oh, hey. Let's do that.
Rocco's already through the wall and running around to the back end of the other guys, right? Or bring the cavalry.
Well, the guys up here are on fire, remember? Because they dropped a Molotov at their own feet. It looks like it just applied fire damage to everyone who was on fire. Guy at Eric's feet is still alive. And we'll just cycle through it, and Adam's just wailing away at that back wall. And you're starting to be like, maybe rather than hack through it, now that I've made this little chip, I can like wedge it in there and like leverage off a board or something.
It's going to turn out that wall is adjoining to a brick building that's just right next to it.
Adam, while this round's going, since I assume you're still doing the same thing, look at your sheet and see if you think there are any skills that apply. Engineering, I don't know, that would perhaps assist. Otherwise, we'll just end up doing like a strength roll to brute force this to see if it's done this round or if it like takes longer.
I don't see anything.
I can't think of anything either.
Survival.
Yeah, probably not.
I want to survive.
And then I'll give you a plus 10 because you got that mighty blow thing. So strength plus 10 will be what you end up rolling when it's your turn. Dirk, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go help out. I think I'm gonna go help out Trent. You know, and basically back him out.
I'm not sure what you mean. He seems to be in great shape.
But what I'm saying is,
because those guys are looking at him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him to get like overwhelmed, like outnumbered. Like,
are you going to come up behind them, or are you going to stand shoulder to shoulder with them?
I'm gonna probably come up behind. I'll target the guy. This guy, if I can, if he's looking at Trent and Trent hasn't distracted.
Okay.
He's looking my way probably right at this moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move these guys to where they're going.
Because you just shot.
They're very upset that Trent just hit their buddy. So yeah, they're just moving up. They kind of ignore you. They don't know what exactly is going on. And they're not bright enough to be like, oh, we better watch Dirk too, since whatever, you know. They're hyper focused on Trent. So yeah, if you want to get behind one and attack him, go ahead.
All right, I'll do.
You get plus 20 question mark. I'm just going to call it plus 20. But if someone wants to look it up and find out it's a bigger number, you may.
I aim for his head because that's what I do.
Well, you hit it. You can make that what is it, opposed strength or something? Strength versus endurance?
Strength versus endurance.
What happens if you succeed?
I think he gets knocked out.
I think it's
stunned. Yeah. I think you're right.
If you win the test, opponent gains a stunned condition.
All right, he's stunned. You come up behind him, thwap in the back head. I believe that means he cannot attack Eric. I think he can still dodge and parry, but I think he cannot attack. Like, cannot take action.
You cannot defend yourself. You are incapable of taking action on your turn. Capable of half movement. Yeah.
Attacking an engaged opponent in the sides or rear is plus 20.
Okay, so it's probably more than plus 20, but we'll figure that out. Oh, pistol's not loaded. Awkward. There we go. Ammo. Fuck you. Just do it with a skill roll. Whatever. She shoots a dude. He takes some damage. I'm not gonna fuck around with her. So this guy here gets blasted for a little bit. She backs out of the door because a lot of these people are pushing against her now to get out. What with the fire right in there and everybody charging right at them.
Should have riled up a more competent mob.
Yeah, she probably should have. Rocco, strength roll it plus whatever I said, 10, I guess.
Plus 10. Strength plus the 10.
Don't hit a gas line.
Go.
Or hit a gas line. You do get a board, like you do manage to rip off part of a board. It's just not enough for you to get out yet. You're making progress.
It'll happen.
Yeah. The warehouse is starting to get kind of smoky in here. Visibility is going to start being a problem in areas around where the fire is. Probably next round. Bernard, what you doing? Your plan of let's just walk that way might not seem great right now. You could try it, but I mean, you'll be walking into a fire and burning guys, and guys who just got shot by Griff and are mad about it.
The only way out, right? That door.
Okay. So you're gonna just kind of hug the wall and hope no one pays much attention.
Only way out so far.
No, I want to get out of this fire, and that's the door, and I can't fight
Okay.
right now. So.
All right, I got it. So you're moving along the wall, and you're just not presenting any aggression. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I was going to try to get everybody to calm down, but it looks like everybody's just fighting in some kind of general melee.
We're getting everyone to calm down. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, if they're all dead, they're all calm, right?
All right,
Yes.
give me a stealth roll. I know you're not being sneaky, but I'm using it to just.
I can't make that.
I'm using it to just judge how much they don't give a shit about you or do as you are moving towards them.
There.
Unless you think there's another, you know what? Acting could be fine, or maybe even charm. We'll take the roll, but you can apply it. Wow, why is it minus so much?
Because I'm drunk and a broke leg.
Oh, well then we're gonna ignore the minus 20 for it.
I got minus 30 on everything right now.
That's funny.
Except talking.
That one didn't apply it to that. Let me look at your skills quick. You do have you have entertain. That's not the one. All right. You're working your way along the wall. You get near this guy. Your roll was not as bad as it seemed. He, well, it's probably going to come down to whether or not he makes that cool check. Which I don't have a skill for, so I got to do this. He is so unconcerned about you after having been shot that he just... In fact, he's probably going with you the same direction.
Nice.
Come on, come fight the guy in plate armor.
The guys on fire obviously don't pay you much heed. Where you are likely to have problems is when you get to this door. Luckily for you, the other guy's ahead of you. So we'll deal with that next round.
All right.
Orban, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Gunshots are going off. He looks back at Griff with the most hurt, betrayed expression you've ever seen on a man's face.
And make a very sympathetic shrugging motion.
But I guess he technically has to make a cool test because he was within that. Was it just the people affected, or was it anyone?
People targeted, supposedly, I believe.
Okay, so he does not need the test. What's he doing, man? Give me 1 sec.
We should just have a rematch in the circle.
He looks at you with pure hatred and fury in his eyes, and then he turns, runs around the fire, and you probably lose sight of him amongst the burning people and the smoke as he also runs for the door. Trent, you got a stunned guy, a burning guy, and an untouched guy.
I have to go last round.
Oh, that's right.
After the untouched guy.
My bad. I don't care about that. I mean, I care, but not really. All right, stun guy can't do anything. Oh. Griff, the guy you shot turns and charges at you.
Wow, he's stupid.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong.
I was putting my gun on the table and getting my axe, but maybe that hasn't happened yet.
You don't have your shield, but this probably doesn't matter because that was a real bad roll. I don't know if you're dodging or parrying. I don't know if you have your weapon out yet.
I don't know if I have my weapon out either. Do I not?
I guess you probably don't because you're later in initiative. So
yeah.
I guess you could dodge.
Can I parry with a blunderbuss? I don't doubt it.
I mean, it could damage your blunderbuss.
We can't have that.
It's not really meant for.
I've never done this dodge thing, but I guess we could try it.
Yeah, you dodge
Okay.
out of the way. He comes. I mean, in a lot of ways, he's limping towards you. He just got shot, and he's pissed off, and he trips over like one of those benches as he stumbles at you, and he screams and swings at you. Just full on rage mode, and just he's whiffing because he's just so emotional about it all. Plus, honestly, he's pretty drunk too, and I probably forgot to give him the modifier, so he misses extra bad. And finally, let's. Oh yeah, this guy on Trent. Attacks. Modifier -10. Was he not targeting you? He fucked it up somehow. Let me try it again. Or he was like responding to some other attack. Huh. I don't know what happened there, but I'm rolling again. All right, Trent, you can parry or whatever it is you're doing. He's got a pretty wild strike coming at your body.
Just a normal roll or Warhammer attack, I guess.
You are the winner. You've parried his blow with your flaming warhammer.
Yep.
And then finally it is your turn to wait, nope, Griff. And then Trent. Griff, what you doing?
Gonna just axe him in the face,
That
but
seems
not
like
in the face for serious. That's pretty good.
that'll probably do it. Let me roll for him. Yeah, you won.
Well, I want to make him a one-armed guy because we heard a one-armed guy was,
You can hit that
Okay.
button, that crit button.
I can't actually.
It won't let you? God damn it. That's
Oh,
why I have
I
the
was
list
trying to hit the hack button or the hack button.
I
Oh,
can
that was
do that.
terrible. It was terrible.
Well, regardless, he goes down. He's prone. He's just not like instantly dead. And he's
Order up.
stunned. He's out of the fight. And then Trent. This is the undamaged one, right?
Yes.
He parries your blow. He had a very
Okay,
good
then.
roll. Oh wait, he's drunk. Well, he still parries, but by less. Let me double check. He had +4. You have, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. New round. It's getting smoky in here and probably hot too.
Rocco, stop making more air come in to feed the fire.
Got to get that smoke out.
I go cover the fire with those evil curtains from that other room.
Evil curtains. Should look behind the evil curtains.
Dirk, what you doing?
I think I'm gonna attack the same guy again.
Okay, that'll probably work. Go ahead.
Okay.
You basically clubbed him on the back of the head, and he's grabbing the back of the head, and he turns around and just kind of looks at you dumbly in surprise.
Any bonus?
No, not at this point.
Wait, did they all move away from me? Why am I over there? Shouldn't it be 2-1? Or no, if he's attacking one of the not stunned guys, never mind. Or one of
Technically,
the stunned guys.
yeah. I mean, in this case, it won't really matter. He, I don't know, somehow he dodges away from the blow. He probably just backpedals quickly, but he's definitely out of it. Geldrick's basically running away, and the witch hunter seems to be chasing after him. So they go running off down an alley where.
Yeah, he's gonna need to be dealt with before I go back to the watch.
But she keeps yelling, "Burn them all!" So the guys out here are all trying to light their Molotovs. Bringing us to Rocco, who's in the back. Going to make a strength roll this time and get his butt out of there.
That's right. Here we go.
You feel the cool air rushing in, which is a nice welcome relief against all the smoke you're starting to inhale.
Hiya! Ninja chop.
I mean, it's late. You got any fate points, fate fortune, whatever it's called?
Sure.
Send that the other way.
Why not?
Well,
Much better.
It's the hole's just still not big enough to get through. Today's not your day. You can whisper to.
You want to wait a minute? I can shoot a hole for you.
You can make a prayer to the dark gods.
No, I'm good.
Bernard, you're there in the doorway. The guys outside are all trying to light Molotovs, so they're not going to be stopping you. This guy is running off, spooked after having been shot. So what do you want to do? You've got a pretty clear path to get out of here now.
Yeah, I'm walking out.
Okay. There you go. Just
Yeah.
casually strolling away as the building burns behind you. That's how cool guys do it.
Yep. They don't look
Trent.
back at the explosions.
Oh, Trent goes last, I assume.
Cool, that's enough. You should get a bonus because I'll be there. I don't.
This guy ends up the 2-on-1 over here against the concerned citizen. That concerned citizen is dead. It's loud enough in here and smoky enough that these two, you probably barely see that fight happening at this point, and they certainly, I don't even think they realize Trent started killing their friends. So after they kill this guy, they start rushing to get out of here too. Stunned, ran off, on fire, prone. He's probably rolling around trying to get himself out. Is there a... I don't care. That's what he's trying to do. Probably there's a roll to see if you succeed at that. At the
There is an
moment,
effect for on fire.
at the moment, I don't actually care, so it's fine. Like, it's not going to affect things one way or the other. Griff, you're running up and smacking into that guy. It looks like. Cool. Did you give yourself a plus whatever for behind?
No.
All right, I'll just give him a minus whatever. Do you remember what it was? I think you were looking it up.
If he's engaged, he has 20.
He's got a hit point left, so you queued it up for Eric. Good job. Speaking of which, Eric, you're up. It's gonna be funny when Adam burns to death because he can't get the back wall open, but there's nobody by the door anymore.
Any modifier because multiple combatants or not yet?
Honestly, no, it's still 1-on-1 technically, and or at best 3-on-2.
Okay, I'll just do normal roll.
That might hit. Even with drunkenness, yeah, that'll miss. He's rolling really well against Eric. Nobody else is. All right. Starting to get difficult to breathe for those of you. Rocco's in a fairly good spot breathing wise, and obviously so is Bernard. Inside here, visibility's getting poor. Smoke's getting thick. You're probably coughing. New round. People burn. This guy is effectively dead. Sorry, I keep saying this guy like you guys can see what I'm doing. That guy down by Eric and Andrew. He is burned to death, so now it's a 3-on-2, which I guess still doesn't matter. Although, like, the guy in Dirk really isn't fighting. He's just trying to stay alive. I'm going to skip around a little bit. Rocco, you want to see if you can get out? I'm giving you a plus 20 at this point because you've been working on this for a while.
You're
Well,
muted.
actually, plus 30 because you already had a plus
30.
10.
Yep.
It was what you needed. All right, you finally get like the section of board below it, like hacked, a mix of hacked and ripped off. It's big enough for you to wiggle through. You know that your buddy Griff would not be able to make it through this because he's wearing a friggin'.
Too bad, because that's where Griff's going next.
Yeah.
Keep hacking at it from the other side.
Okay, that's fine. And Dirk, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to attack this guy again.
Sure. This could be the one. No. You rolled a 3. And you rolled a 63. Yeah, I mean, you had a bad roll, so. You can re-roll it. Just like 10 minutes left. What are the chances I kill you?
I don't know. I feel like they're maybe kind of good.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
The ceiling could collapse any moment.
Yeah.
So, Bernard, you're out in the street. Do you have a plan, or are you just kind of getting out?
I'm trying to get these guys to stop setting fires. The building's going up. It doesn't need more fire. Get out of here before you're caught in the blaze.
All right, yeah, give me a charm roll.
Okay.
You're all arrested.
It's pretty good. Yeah, they were getting their things lit. There's 2 more guys rushing at them, and you're like, "Get out of here before you die too." The place is already burning, and they decide that's wise, and they go running off.
All right.
And these
And then I
guys,
start yelling into the building, just a general, get out of the building.
these guys cough
Coming
and run
down.
up to you, like, "What the hell's going on, man?" Those guys did not see Griff shoot their friends, nor did they see Trent kill their friends. So I'm not sure how much of that you. Well, you definitely saw Griff shoot him, but anyway,
I don't know that I saw anything either.
you would have seen the gunshot. But anyway, so they're kind of forming up with you, like they're ready to. They got your back, your team, your unit. You're ready to take whatever comes your way. That's their attitude and posture.
Right. Okay.
What are these people? Why are they all trying to kill us? All right.
I'm guessing at the answer, but I'm not going to share it with them just yet.
Yeah. Trent. Oh, you're gonna be last, right?
Yep.
Well, it's gonna be this guy down by. I'm just gonna fucking skip. He's gonna attack Griff instead, because despite the flaming Warhammer being scary, Griff did just hit him real hard.
Technically, the Warhammer's done.
Oh, is
Only
it?
2 rounds.
Well, it still was scary.
Fair.
Griff, you can defend against that. Or not, whatever. I don't like you winning rolls. That's not cool. All right, now, Griff, you can attack him. And then if he survives, Trent can attack him. You do not get plus 20 anymore, Trent. We'll get that this round.
Balls.
Do you want to reroll that?
I better. That's a fun ball. It's much better.
It's much better.
Man, these guys are tough.
He pokes you in the arm and
Oh, he
dislocates your shoulder.
He defended that good?
Well, yeah, he rolled a 22.
Son of a bitch.
Actually, does he still get hit? No, he won. And he messed you up. Goes good. Oh, man. Or you can take a point off your armor. Up to you.
Can you reveal the crit since we can't see it?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry. Always remind me, because...
Yeah.
Get the armor.
Yeah, I guess I have to take an armor thing. How does that work?
Choose a piece of armor that covers your arm. So...
Well, what's that, left arm or right arm?
Good question. Primary arm, so I assume that's your right arm.
Okay.
Probably your bracer, right? Would make sense. It's not going to go to the soft kit underneath first.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that stops what?
So if you... Wait, what?
Right click the number in the circle on that body
On your
part, on the
right
combat
arm.
tab.
Yep. And it should deduct a point of armor. It might take it from the wrong one, which, whatever. We'll live with that. Did it do anything for you?
I mean, it took a point of armor away.
No.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
did it. I don't think you did it. Unless it's just not updating for me. You can't click on the circle. I guess when you have multiple armor, you got to click on the actual number to the right of the
Oh,
bracer.
that might be. Well,
But
no, it did it for me, even though I have multiple.
Yeah, I don't know.
It took it from the top of the list.
But that doesn't negate anything. That just does armor damage.
It
turns
negates the
to-
crit.
Okay,
Negates crit, yeah.
that's good. I don't want the crit.
Worth.
What's
Kill this
interesting
man,
is
please.
the guy has a spear, which apparently doesn't have impale, but I bet that's because of the module. But impale is actually supposed to ignore your armor on whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you get your bracer up and you block the scary part of his blow, but he I don't know. Trent, you're up. And you get plus 20.
Please kill this man.
Oh, you guys, we've been
I'm
forgetting.
using advantage.
I was about to say, you guys
I
got
hadn't
lots of
forgotten it. I knew where it was.
Adam could have used that to get a hole in the wall.
He could have. So I'm going to use 4 of it for a plus 20. No, plus 30.
Plus 30. Yep.
So it goes to 1. So I effectively have a plus 50.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, you can see how he does and then decide if you want to try to reroll. Nope, you hit him.
Yeah, no.
Down he goes. Oh, somehow it thinks he's still on fire. I guess you're affecting
Act in
fire.
2 with the
Oh,
Warhammer.
it didn't. Is it the?
It did
No,
not
I had 2
expire.
rounds of it. It didn't expire.
Yeah, whatever. We'll fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's still prone because he's at 0 health. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and he died. I missed that part. My bad.
He was hacked in 2 by the Warhammer.
Yeah, he was. I just made him more ablaze too. All right.
Time to go.
Yeah. So at this point, no one's fighting you guys.
So is the fire in front of the door bad enough that we don't think that's a pathway anymore?
It would probably be an athletics check to get through it.
Okay.
I mean, one way or the other, you will get out the door. It's just whether or not you're going to be ablaze when you do it.
Okay.
Rocco was making a hole that Trent can probably get through.
Well, I'm going to my table to get
Oh,
my
you got
gun
a
and
plate?
my
Actually, I don't
and my
know if
shield.
Trent could either. Now that I see his plate breastplate,
I'll go over there with the Warhammer and make the hole bigger too.
that'll
And then
probably
I'm
work.
going over there because I assume there's no way Rocco could have made it out himself.
What was the first thing you were doing, Andrew?
I have to go get my gun and shield.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so you guys are like at this point, tears are streaming down your face because the smoke in your eyes, you're coughing, labored breath. Like if I cared anymore, I'd throw a fatigue condition on you for still being in the building. But you guys stumble over to the wall where maybe it's already open. Adam, give me a roll
Okay.
with your +10, not +30 now.
+10. Nope.
Do I use a fortune point and save the day?
Sure.
That's a
Hey,
trick.
Yeah. You get over there, and Rocco has a hole big enough for you guys to get out.
You're welcome.
thank you very much, sir.
Probably it was too easy to get through that wall, but I don't know. Whatever. It's a game.
Now let's go somewhere else so that Bernard thinks we all died. So
Speaking of it, so Bernard, they're standing out there with you. Probably no one else ends up coming out. Maybe like a flaming guy who collapses and just continues to burn, right?
it looks like
Rocco
Dark is dead.
I saw Rocco trying to hack his way out the back of the building, right?
Probably. You saw him at least go running that way. I don't know.
Okay.
You had a lot of time to look around because you weren't fighting, right? So
Yeah.
you probably had a good idea what was going on. People
All
who
right.
were engaged in melee probably had a lot less of a clear picture.
And Dirk just stood in the fire and died.
Yeah, it's a good
No, I
question.
ran out. It happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, must just be an after image.
What the?
All right, my next biggest concern is that if we go to the front of the building, well, we got those two lame guys, but after we've done whatever we do with them,
What two
there's
lame guys?
probably a
Hold on,
captain
hold
of
on.
the watch.
Pause. What two lame guys?
Dave is hanging out with two
You don't know
devil
that,
guys,
but yeah.
but we're
Oh,
gonna
so
go.
you're saying
hook up
now
with the front
we
of the
swing
building.
around to go meet up? Sure.
Yeah, but my main concern is there's going to be a captain of the watch who's going to be telling the watch that I'm, an enemy of the people. So
This guy is
probably
not a
need to swing
captain.
by your church, or
He's a mere sergeant.
oh, okay, that's still better than me, right?
Yeah, it's Rudy level.
Yeah, unfortunately, the multiple different members of the church calling him a heretic should cover that pretty well.
Yeah, I just need that to work through the bureaucracy before I head back to the watch.
Well, you're suspended right now anyway, so it works out.
That's true.
All right.
Using that word.
I need to know. I do. Bernard, what are you doing out there with your two buddies?
Are they looking to me to take charge? What's the
At the moment they're
stance right
like,
here?
sorry, what?
What is their stance right now? What are they doing?
They were kind of looking around to make sure no one else was about to attack them, and now they're like looking back towards the building, seeing if any of their friends are going to be running out, ready to fight if anyone else comes out. One of them's probably like getting as close as he can to the fire without smoke, and he's like yelling, "Frank, you in there?" Stuff like that, calling for his friends.
All right.
It's too bad that the watch around this area doesn't do like fire brigade stuff.
This is the artisans' quarter, so you actually could probably expect some watch people to show up. I mean, not in time to save the building, but watch will probably be here pretty soon. This is a more expensive area.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on these two guys, make sure they don't go anywhere.
So you're staying
Unless-
here.
Yeah.
After a moment when it's clear no one else is coming out of the building, they are planning to leave. They're like, we got to go find Geldrick. I know I saw him run out ahead of me. I think he went
Okay.
down this way.
I'm not gonna be able to keep up with them if they start running.
He's probably chasing that crazy lady with a gun.
Is this about the time we get to come around the corner?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably more or less. No, let me think. They're probably had just started heading off when you come around the corner. So if you want to chase after them, you probably
If I
could.
knew they were there, I would have made sure we went around the building in opposite directions.
Well, I mean, I don't have the street map anyway. Although up in this area, it is more regular street-like stuff. And I'm sure there are adjacent buildings and whatnot.
Do I know if those two guys are watch guys or other guys?
You can tell they're Altdorf guys. Is that what you mean? Oh, you mean watch versus non-watch?
Yeah.
At the moment, probably no. You're looking at their backs, and there's, your eyes are still blurry from the smoke.
Okay.
I'm right now. We're gonna stop either way because it's 11:30. But like, you can decide next week if you're chasing after them to hack them down, or if you're just letting them go.
Well, that's going to be up to the church, I think. I'm ready.
You ready to do the church's bidding?
I'm not real fast, but I am faster than
They
Bernard.
were kind of jogging off down the street because they're like, their goal is we're gonna go help Geldrick, so they were trying to hurry at that point. Not that they really know where they're going. So they are moving pretty fast away. So it would need to be a quick decision of I'm chasing them or fuck it, they're already all the way down there.
I'm fine letting them go at this point.
Sigmar will find them. All right, we will stop there. Dave survived.
All right, so
Barely.
You didn't even get hit.
check in with the church.
Why do you have damage?
Try to decode that letter.
I assume
Try
I
to
have damage
decode that
because I have a
merchant thing.
3-point wound effect on me.
Oh, it's from the
The
broken
critical
leg.
hack leg says wounds 3. Do
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
always have
No,
3
that's
wounds?
why. You're right.
Good contribution in combat there, Bernard.
He did what he could.
Adam at least hacked something.
Yeah, I got a handful of people to just leave before setting more of your building on fire.
Yeah, you helped some of the devil worshippers escape. Good job.
I think
that's what you want to see it as.
I think the guy Dirk stunned probably ended up burning to death as he just kind of stumbled around, confused in the smoke.
And the guy I set on fire at the start probably died too.
That guy is 100% dead. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other guy who got knocked to 0 health would have passed out and burned. So
Not gonna burn up the devil altar, is it? We need that stuff for evidence.
It's gone.
We got the paperwork.
Okay.
oh yeah, remind me of that right away next session because stuff. All right, so we will stop there. Let me give out some XP. You can hang around for it or not as you desire. Right back. Be more. Let's see. Five. 15, 25, 35. What number did I just say? Damn it. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 65, 85. Man, this thing, they're just throwing XP at you in this one. Okay. All right, you guys got, I guess, a total of 125 XP.
Cool.
That is cool.
Do I have to wait for anything in particular to go to Watchmen 2?
No. As long as you have the
Depends on
stuff.
if you want to spend the XP to do it immediately or wait for an endeavor to do it between sessions.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
All right. Murder mystery with a bit of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Griff, do you get to avoid encumbrance now? Why are you stunned?
So if I'm allowed to buy talents from my previous class, then yes. Otherwise, no.
Your previous class, no. Previous levels, yes.
I feel like I was allowed to last time, but maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, so what I had decided was, like, if you're level 2 of a class, you can still buy the level 1 talents, which is technically
Okay.
not the book, but not a totally different class.
I might have to go back to servant for 10 minutes. That sounds expensive.
Well, you can just pay an extra, I think, 100
Oh, okay. That would be less
XP
expensive.
to get something outside your class. Technically, you need to find someone to train you, but in this case, you
Train
get
me in sturdy.
strong back or sturdy or whatever. Yeah,
I've had practice lugging this shit around while I go from bar to
yeah.
bar.
I won't require that.
Eric, I messed up. I undid one of my talents and I said no refund on the XP. So can I get 200 back?
Yeah, I could do that probably.
Okay, well, I'm off.
Good night.
Later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thank
Big
you.
scene problem.
Yep, all good now.
Okay.
So rank 1 of a talent is 100, so it'd be 200. Is that correct?
First time you take a talent, it's 100, and then every successive time, it's an
No,
extra
he's
100.
trying to buy one he doesn't have.
Oh,
Doesn't have
That-
normal access
that's
to.
an
Well,
endeavor.
that's gonna be you. And can I drag it to my thing from like the compendium?
I should be able to do it. Yeah, let me just try doing it and see what it says. I bet you it's just going to charge the normal cost. So it's 30, you said?
Sturdy is like +2 encumbrance. Yeah.
But that was on your previous class?
It was.
Okay. Increase the number of encumbrance points you can carry by your sturdy level times 2. It looks like it didn't do a damn thing.
All right, now I need to at least lose 200 experience somehow.
You're
Lose
at
it?
you're at 10.25 out of 10. Oh, it didn't take any XP. Okay. I'll look that up real quick, but in the meantime, you're a quarter of a pound over. It's probably your coins as you over.
Well, sure.
Or just don't carry the world's greatest shield.
Yeah, I don't think I really need the shield. Or
Do you?
Party's pretty awesome too. I can get like 4 extra wounds for that. But I think that's an only take it once thing.
Oh, so actually, it's worse than that. I'm going to allow it in this case, but going forward, we'll do it different. Skills that you learn outside your class count in endeavor and have the additional XP cost. Talents you only have a chance to learn. You spend the XP and the money, and if you fail, you don't get a refund.
Wow. I just buy. I mean, endurance like encumbered 1 isn't all that bad. I could just buy other stuff.
It's fine right now. Like, I don't want to set a precedent for it, but I think it's fine in this case, given that it's sturdy, your previous class. And then the way they do it is if you fail, the next time you try, you get a +10. Like, it keeps. Eventually, you will learn it, but
Okay.
it's because if they don't do that, people are just going to be like, "I want to learn magic now. I want to do this."
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to do classes. But whatever. I'm cool with this. This is fun.
All right, guys.
Double worship.
That's
You
it
made
for
a
me.
best friend, and then you tried to kill him. Later, Dave.
The best part of tonight is when I looked at the camera a couple of times just because of the light and Al's shirt a few times for the first quarter of a second. I was like, Al's playing naked.
Yeah, true. Had the same thought.
Nice.